Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
Let's get nasty on a Thursday. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Kerry Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Jamie Rivers off for the next 2 days, doing some traveling with his fiance Ashley. And Marsh, unfortunately, is under the weather. Bradford Braun's pinch hitting today for our guy, Andrew Marsh. As we do following every Cardinals series, and this certainly isn't a long series. It was just the 2 games. The Tuesday night game got postponed against the Brewers, so they only played only played 2 in the series. As we do after every series, we do highs and lows. So highs and lows from the Cardinals-Brewers series. Carey, what was your high of the series, if you had to choose one?
I mean, game 1 was a high. Obviously, you won 6-3. I thought they performed really well. It was a good game. I think the pitching staff, the starting pitching for me, I will say was a high. I thought, it wasn't as bad. Leahy performed pretty well. He got the win. That was a good thing for him, headed in the right direction. Palante, maybe not as good, but Anthony,
he was not as good.
Well, here's the thing. If you take out that first inning, he was stellar. You know what I mean? If you just take out those 4 runs in the first, and truthfully, the first 2 batters, outstanding, go sit down, and then from there, you just wipe that off. I mean, the guy pitched his butt off.
Kerry, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
As a former running back, you have a game in which you have 12 carries.
Yeah.
For 120 yards.
Man, that's a day.
But 2 of those carries went for 40 yards and, 45 yards respectively.
12 carries for 120 yards. That's 10 yards a carry, man.
Right.
I had a hell of a day.
Would we take away those 2 carries, though?
No, why would you do that? Those are good things.
Exactly.
You don't take away the good things, Anthony, but you take away the bad things.
Hey, those 2, that inning, that 1 inning for the Brewers, that was a good thing for them.
If I put the ball on the ground in one of those carries, you just wipe that one off. Don't even count it.
I don't think that's how it works.
No, that's what you do. Okay. That's what you should do.
All right.
The psyche. You got to have that. You got to have a short-term memory. What's that? Memory of a goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
Never happened. I never understood that. I don't know how they determine the memories of goldfish. I don't know
apparently,
how that's...
Apparently they have like 10-second memories.
I don't know how that's determined. I don't know. But that's what I would have. Or that's what I have had as a professional athlete. Never happened. Bad things happen. I don't know. First inning, we started the game in the second inning. Duh. The hell are you talking about?
I had an opener. That opener got me crushed.
There you go.
Which made it interesting that yesterday afternoon, I was down there for the game, actually, guys, in the locker room, in the clubhouse. I've never witnessed Andre Palante so terse, so measured, actually, with his words. Usually pretty conversational guy. Maybe not Michael McGreevy-esque, but he gives you what you want, what you need to hear. He was really wearing it after that contest, and largely, Kerry, you're right. After the first inning, he was still able to work into the 6th. He gave you, he equaled a career high with 104 pitches. He was very, very good thereafter. But I think it speaks to just how much he expects of himself, and certainly, even though your crop of potential fill-ins of guys who could ultimately replace him in the rotation, that number has gone down, especially with the injury to a Richard Fitz. I think it speaks to he knows each and every start the rest of the way, and he's been good, especially to begin games this season. He was feeling it yesterday, and he knew to some juncture, to some end, you had wasted an opportunity to take 2 against Milwaukee, which hasn't been playing the greatest, which just got Jackson Chourio back, which is still missing really Christian Yelich. So I wasn't surprised that he was feeling it, but boy, I was a little taken aback by just how short he was.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. If we're talking highs and lows, my number 1 high is Kyle Leahy's bounce back. My number 1 low would be Andre Palante's first inning yesterday because it was a disastrous start. Obviously, it kind of decided the game early. I know the Cardinals have done a great job of coming back in games this season, but Pallante allowing the 4 runs with the 2 outs, especially with 2 outs, it just kind of it deflated the situation early on. Yeah. Now you can't be perfect. He's a 5th starter. I get it. If we're talking big picture here, I wouldn't be highlighting some of this stuff, but we are narrowing in on the highs and lows of the series. That, unfortunately, was a low. I mean, as soon as Andrew Vaughn touched seats with the 3-run homer, it felt like the game was over, even with all the Cardinals' success at coming back.
Yeah, like I said yesterday, that was the first time that, in my memory for this season, that the first inning got out of control like that. And I think that's part of the reason why they've had so much success is because they haven't gotten down by 3, 4, 5 runs in the first inning or 2. They've been able to either have the lead or find their way back into games. Whereas in the years past, that felt like that was what was going to happen. You were going to be down before people got to the ballpark. Yeah. That's why they stopped going. They're like, hell, they're down by 4 by the time I pulled up. Hell, I just got off work. Give me some time. So
tasted my first beer. They're down 4-0.
Yesterday was one of those types of games. But all in all, I think, like I said yesterday, they play 162 of them. You're not going to win every one of them, but I do trust that this Cardinals team is working in the right direction to make sure that they have success.
And Pallante last year, he was especially the culprit when it came to allowing situations to balloon, right, to get out of control. Ollie Marmol talked about it yesterday. What's been the biggest difference so far in terms of his performance in 26? Not allowing the big inning, especially early on, to snowball. Speaking of highs, though, guys, and you saw a lot of offensive exploits there in game number 1, 6 runs overall. How about the series performance? Yeah, in a vacuum, maybe. But what we saw in those 2 contests from one Victor Scott II. You talk about a guy in this lineup who had to go 3 for 6 with 2 runs scored with the swipe yesterday, creating a little bit of late havoc on the base paths as well. Now, I don't know if he can parlay this into any momentum on the road. It would be nice to see him do some damage at spacious Petco Park over the next 4 games. But for somebody who very well could be on borrowed time right now in center field, to see him take the ball the other way, to see him actually utilize those wheels. If he can get some semblance of momentum, I think that would greatly benefit him individually and for this team, especially since Milo, Nathan Church, I'm not saying he's going to miss a surplus of time, but that was nasty yesterday. That fastball, about 98 from Sproat, exited the contest. Not good to see.
Yeah, you're right. With him, with Church exiting the game yesterday with a bruised left leg, that it's certainly worth monitoring. It is nice to see that Victor Scott picked up his game in this series. So, especially with the lineup already really finding and establishing consistency 1 through 6, and it did feel like 1 through 7 now with Church. Yeah, it was good that Victor Scott got rolling a little bit. I think that Ivan Herrera also delivering in some big spots in game 1 was a high for me. Herrera's bases loaded double, bases clearing double in the 4th inning of game 1 was the swing in the momentum that the series needed from the Cardinals' perspective.
See what you did there?
Yep. 3 ribbies, divisional matchup, clutch moment for him. Ivan Herrera has gotten on base consistently. We just haven't seen the slug. And I'm not just talking about home runs. Obviously doubles and triples, and he hit the double in game 1 on Monday night, and it was huge.
Yeah, he said they walked JJ, and I took that personally.
Yeah. Michael Jordan took a lot of things personally too.
I was going to go back to your 5th starter comment about Pallante, and ask: Is he really the 5th starter? And I'm just asking based off of the numbers right now. Right now, he has a few wins, obviously, but he's 2nd on the team in starters and ERA. He's, I think, hits allowed. I think he's 5th or 4th out of the starting pitchers.
Sure.
And he's got the most innings pitched.
It's a good question. It's a fair question. For me, when I talk about 5th starter, 3rd starter,
and he also
ace,
has the most strikeouts.
There you go.
Which is important.
When I talk about 5th starter, 4th starter, I'm talking about a category of pitcher, not necessarily where a guy. Team. Not even for a team, just a category of pitcher in Major League Baseball.
That's all. Then how many? Mr. Stalter, I got a question.
Kerry Davis.
I just gave you those numbers and told you he might be one of our best pitchers.
Sure.
What would that mean the rest of our pitchers are? Are they all 5th? For 5?
Again, I talk about more like a category. So for Andre Pallante, my expectations are he produces as a 5th starter.
Okay.
if it's Liberatore, my expectations are he needs to produce as if he were at the very least a number 3.
Mm-hmm. So expectations versus reality is where we are right now.
I would say so. Expectations, profile, obviously history with Palante.
Just wondering.
Yeah. Now, if he outperforms that, that's great.
Yeah.
But I think when you're talking about just, again, expectations, stuff, history, Palante for me is a 4th or 5th starter. That's what I would expect every 5 days out of him.
Yeah, that's not any sort of an indictment against how he has performed this season. He's been very good. Let's just spin it forward. Let's talk about a hypothetical playoff situation here, guys. Months down the road, okay?
For who?
Your St. Louis Cardinals.
Bradford,
No. Let's talk about the rotation, okay? You're talking about that opening round. My point is, you have your top 3. In any order you want to slice it, a lot can be determined. You know that Matthew Liberatore, your opening day starter, would be in the mix as that lefty. Dustin May, provided that he remains on the team, a big if, of course, and Michael McGreevy. There is a huge gap between the top 3 and then Leahy/Palante, is there not? I think that speaks to exactly what you were inferring.
Right. So when you look at the overall picture, where do these guys kind of fit in expectation-wise right now? That's what I'm referring to.
Okay.
But you know what, though, Carey? You bring up a really good point in that he has thus far outperformed those expectations. Whether or not he'll...
It's a bad game, but I will say it was a bad inning.
It was a bad inning. Yeah, he settled in.
He did settle in. And then, I mean, he hit Contreras, and, that kind of snowballed after that. But he was able to figure some things out, and the offense just was unable to help him out in that regard.
A couple more. I'll run through these. A couple of highs I wrote down. J.J. Weatherholt continuing to look completely comfortable offensively. Bullpen mostly locked down game 1. Good to see. They being the Cardinals, capitalized on some big mistakes in the opener from Milwaukee, and that recent stretch still trending positive despite the split. I mean, who knows? Who knows what would happen on Tuesday night or Wednesday had, they played let's say yesterday's game was played on Tuesday night, played out the exact same way. Had the Cardinals won yesterday, you take another series.
Yep.
Lowe's offense disappeared yesterday. I thought, if anything, they were going to get to Sprout. He had not been pitching well at all, and he kind of locked them down. Now, how much of that is due to kind of me being deflated after the top of the first? I don't know. Mm-hmm. But again, this offense has come alive late in games and just never did. And then the failure to contain Jackson Chourio. That bad timing for Chourio to come back. Looked completely healthy.
Man.
After
every time I looked up, he was on base.
He went 4 for 4 in game 1. Finished the abbreviated series 6 for 10 with 3 doubles.
It's not bad.
How much is Milwaukee going to love that contract? 8 years, $80 million when he signed. Boy,
Certainly
talk about
good.
Getting out ahead of it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, that's Bradford Bruns. That's Kerry Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. NBA, NHL playoffs. Wolves get punked last night by Wemby, and the Sabres keep rolling. What about the Golden Knights losing at home to the Ducks? Failure to kind of contain the Ducks. That's a big issue. That's next on 101 ESPN.
The Spread Zone, where sports betting meets reckless optimism, questionable logic, and the occasional stroke of genius. With hosts Anthony Stalter, Tim McKernan, and Scott Rizzuto. Check out the latest from the Spread Zone at 101ESPN.com or the 101 mobile app. The Spread Zone is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more. yourself in. You're in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I told the guys after the first game, like the natural tendency for teams that steal the first game, the away team, they get blown out game 2. So we can't come out cool, and we came out cool. And what happened? We got blew out. So, I mean, my mama used to tell me a hard head make a soft ass, and that's what happened tonight. So, yeah, I mean, those guys, I took my hat to those guys. They came out, they played hard. They was the more desperate team, and they wanted it. And we'll see where it go from here.
All right, that was Anthony Edwards, the audio courtesy of Clutch Points, and he's right. The Timberwolves, after winning Game 1, stunning the Spurs, they were again a double-digit underdog going into last night, and they did, in Edwards' opinion, and it looked like it too, just watching the game, they came out like they were just, that's cool. We're good.
Yeah.
We got one.
Yeah, in those situations, you get one with an opportunity to get 2 on the road. You got to be greedy. Mm-hmm. And they were not greedy at all. TJ Shannon did a great job in Game 1. He gets downhill. Like, they were, it looked stagnant. It looked like the Spurs were the much better team all night long. Victor Wembanyama only had 11 points, but he had a triple-double in Game 1. He had 19 last night. But I think he played with more emphasis on the offensive end for sure. But it just felt like they were unable. The T-Wolves were unable to get anything going, and it's surprising because you won that game. You won by 2, right? You didn't control that game. Victor Wembanyama and the Spurs were, pretty much setting the pace for the entire game, and then you got to lead late. And then the Spurs also had a shot to win the game in Game 1 with a great shot by Champagnie, and he just missed it. Mm-hmm. So it's not like you were controlling or dominating the game the entire game, and then you show up in Game 2 and you get blown out in that manner. I think that kind of sets you up for a really tough Game 3 because the Spurs have a lot of confidence going into Minnesota.
I wonder what you guys think of this. I thought that Victor Wembanyama passed his first true test. And maybe that's unfair because his first true test was just proving that he belonged. But it's been a minute now that we question that. But with the way that the Spurs got bullied physically in the opener, mm-hmm. I thought it was pivotal that Wemby had kind of a superstar response. And he did. It was his first postseason adversity test. The hostile pressure, must-win urgency, physical defense, all that. And it was all there for Wemby. And the Spurs' response, I thought, was not just about urgency, but it was about force. They really took it to Minnesota last
mm-hmm.
night. Attacked earlier in possessions, played faster, more physical, matched Minnesota's intensity immediately. It was like, hey, we know what you did in the first game. You're fortunate to get one. It's not going to happen again tonight. I thought the Spurs set that tone.
Well, that's why I also found it very amusing that Chris Finch opted to try to play mind games with Wemby after Game 1, as in, 5 or 6 of these so-called blocks basically could have been flagged for goaltending. Wemby is not somebody. He's already displayed in the span of 2 years. Mentally, that is not going to get to him. Yeah. Now, from an offensive standpoint as well, Kerry, in my opinion, when he is absolutely displaying that ability to get downhill, to get to the basket, to be a facilitator and a passer too, instead of camping out, which everybody seemingly is guilty of, he becomes that much more dangerous. And by extension, San Antonio, I think sometimes we forget about just how great De'Aaron Fox can be in terms of running the show. What surprised me about Minnesota's response last night, or lack thereof, that has been the team. Look at round number 1 against Denver, for instance, that has responded to being able to put the foot on the throat and taking advantage of those opportunities. I think it'll be interesting to see where Game 3 goes. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, too, I was personally surprised when you think about the Eastern Conference Series last night in New York and Philadelphia getting after it with Embiid being ruled out before tip-off there. You thought, okay, this one isn't going to be particularly close. And yet this was a game, guys, in which we saw 25 lead changes. A playoff game has not experienced that many in 11 years. And in some ways, Philadelphia occasionally, I'm not saying all the time, plays in a bit more of a free and relaxed manner when Embiid isn't present.
Yeah, they're done, though. They're done. They probably get swept. I think the Knicks, it's, and I know OG Anunoby got the hamstring strain, and so that could be, an issue for the Knicks going forward. But if Embiid is not playing, the Sixers have no chance, in my opinion. He's the best player on their team. I know Edgecombe has done a great job. I know Tyrese Maxey has done a great job. Embiid is an MVP. He's done a fantastic job his entire career. Injuries have hampered him. And that team, I know Paul George is a future Hall of Famer. Like, they got a lot of guys on that team that will do great things in their career for the future. But without Embiid, they're done. And that's just my opinion. I think he's the best player on their team, without a doubt, despite the injuries. And the Knicks are a weird team year after year. Like I thought Tom Thibodeau ran them into the ground, and that was their excuse. And then, they're letting the Hawks hang around. You're like, why are you losing to the Hawks in the first round? What are you doing? Then you beat them by 70. Anthony knows. Anthony saw the first half. They were up by about 400
90.
Points.
I thought it was 90.
And then you win game one in the manner in which you do. And then game two, you kind of take your foot off the throttle because you have a letdown in a sense, and you still win. But you let yourself take the bait and believe that Embiid was not going to play, and then you didn't realize that the Sixers were still going to show up and play as hard as they did. But I do think the series is over.
Yeah. I think the series is over, too. I do think, though, that the Knicks are kind of built for a deep postseason run if they play at their best. Mm-hmm. It's not a, live by the three, die by the three offense. I think they could get to the rim. They play a pretty good mid-range game. They generate points in transition. They force turnovers. If Karl Anthony Towns is being doubled, the wings tend to feast. I think New York is actually set up very well offensively to make a deep run, but I also think that Detroit poses some big-time problems if the two wind up facing each other in the Eastern Conference.
And then who else I think is done?
The Lakers.
Oh, cooked, man.
The Lakers and Sixers.
They're
two
cooked.
teams.
You thought they were finished before the series started. Let's be honest about it. Let's be frank.
I mean, so did they, honestly. I mean, come on, man. They got the Oklahoma City Thunder. Like, their best chance was not playing them in this series. Like, that was the best chance that they had, not playing the Thunder. I don't see a way.
You know what the line is tonight, by the way?
Probably 17.5.
It's 15.5 at present. It
15.5. It was 15.5 last game.
Game two.
In the NBA
playoff
playoffs.
game. Yeah. We're not talking about
with LeBron James.
Regular season, like last week of the regular season.
I mean, I don't know. I didn't keep track of point spreads back in the 90s, Anthony, or in the early 2000s. Anytime when Michael Jordan was playing, but I doubt that he was ever a 15.5 point underdog in his career.
No chance.
And the most sobering thing of all, Shea
even then
somehow didn't go for 20 points, and yet you still manhandled.
He was on cruise control.
L.A.
He was on cruise control. They didn't have to press. They didn't have to force. Austin Reeves is back, but he's not healthy.
No,
he's not. I think he was 1 for 7 from 3-point line. He didn't have a great game. He's not healthy. Luka just said earlier today he basically is not coming back. He's still got a long ways to go. And
is he still in Spain, by the way?
I don't know where he is. Who knows, man? Luka's probably doing his own thing. A lot of treatment. Yeah. Good for him.
Meanwhile, in the NHL, you had the two playoff games last night between the Ducks and Golden Knights, as well as the Sabres and Canadiens. This Sabres team is no longer just a feel-good story. This is a team that has finally looked comfortable at home. One of the most important developments and wins last night in Buffalo Sabres history, or at least recent history, earned the home ice. But in round one against Boston, they strangely looked more relaxed on the road. Lindy Ruff even admitted afterwards that there were some nerves, there were some distractions playing in front of the home crowd. But last night it was completely different. It was a fast start, controlled pace for the Sabres, aggressive forecheck, cleaner execution, confidence from the opening puck drop. And again, like I said before, this Sabres team is no longer just a feel-good story. Like they pose a real threat, especially if they can get past Montreal and face a Carolina team that I don't know if you guys know the history for the Carolina Hurricanes in the playoffs. But, I mean, great. A lot of appearances, not a lot of show for it.
We talked about it yesterday about a team, learning how to win and getting over that hump of winning a game, an important game or an important series. That's probably where the Buffalo Sabres are. They were able to get that one, the first one under their belt, and they're like, okay, it's not it's not as difficult as maybe we may have made it, but it's not as easy either. We understand the process. We understand the work that is involved in how to get to that next round and get to that next level. And once you do it, now you have confidence that you can actually do it. Mm-hmm. And as you said, playing confident, playing comfortable, and playing like the better team.
They definitely don't look tight. And yet, I do wonder about as the series progresses, because Montreal's head coach, Martin St. Louis, said after last night's game, yeah, you lost 4-2, but also there were some reasons for optimism in the sense that you came off of that incredibly tight checking series against Tampa Bay. This is a drastically different style. Buffalo wants to go up and down the ice. I'm not saying there's a ton of playoff pedigree there for Montreal, but you're talking about contrasting styles. And with all due respect, I don't know if over the course of this this 7-game series, Buffalo is going to be able to basically pull off a Colorado in the sense of, okay, offensive onslaught after onslaught.
Sure.
I think this one is going to tighten up considerably. Does the overall attitude tighten up accordingly? I don't know about that, but what a start. Yeah, first time, you're talking about first, second round series in 15 years? Amazing.
Sure. Yeah, well, the other thing, though, too, Bradford, is that most teams facing Montreal obsess over shutting down Suzuki's line. And Buffalo instead rolled lines confidently last night.
True. Because
their forward depth is stronger. They trust their lines defensively. Their blue line can absorb difficult matchups. Like Lindy Ruff can match up with Montreal with the utmost confidence, and I think that is just a recipe for success in terms of getting past this Montreal team. But again, it's only been one game, so we'll see how Montreal responds. Real quick, Ducks, Golden Knights, Anaheim. I mean, Anaheim's kind of look like the better team. It's weird to say. I don't know. I'm down on Vegas this year. I haven't felt like the Golden Knights have played up to their potential. Or maybe I'm just thinking about how dominant they were 3-4 years ago.
Everybody's been waiting for the fall. Everybody's been waiting.
And I'm in that camp. But the Ducks last night, I mean, they controlled possession. They won the loose puck battles. They dictated pace, overwhelmed Vegas with their speed. They can score. Mm-hmm. So they got roughed up in game one. But then they come back and they steal a game last night in Vegas, and as we know now it's a series. But the Ducks looked younger, they looked faster, they looked more assertive than the Golden Knights. I thought that was a statement win last night for Anaheim, saying we're not going anywhere.
Winning on the road is always a statement in the playoffs.
Yep.
You're number one under Joel Quenneville. Bear in mind, year one, and they're doing this.
Joel Quenneville might know what he's doing. I don't know if you guys.
I don't know where you heard that from, Anthony.
Well, I'll look into his brief track record. All right, Bradford, who's in for Andrew Marsh today, a sick Andrew Marsh. So hopefully he'll be not that type of sick, not fast lane sick, under the weather.
Oh.
Under the weather, I should say. What's trending? Bradford's got it for you next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN is powered by Kaufman Townsley, St. Louis's injury lawyers. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum, they've got your next new ride. Whether you're looking at a brand new Nissan or a different make, different model when it comes to used vehicles, they have the largest selection that you're going to find in St. Louis or the greater Illinois area. They have over 1,000 new and used vehicles right off I-55 in Herculaneum. Easy drive, just minutes from South County. And right now, they got 2026 Nissan Rogues, Pathfinders, Murano, and Frontier models, all available with 0% APR for 60 months. Every new Nissan also includes their 30-day return promise, and qualified shoppers can take advantage of the no payments that they have for up to 6 months, as well as no down payment. Remaining 2025 Nissan. So say you're not in the market for a brand new 2026 model, but you do like some of the models that they have from 2025. When it comes to Auto Centers Nissan, the remaining 2025 Nissans have been discounted up to $12,000 off MSRP. And like I said before, if you're shopping used, Auto Centers Nissan has the largest used vehicle selections in one location. Prices have been marked down significantly. Plus, select used vehicles are available with no money down and no payments for 3 months. Head out there, tell them Stalter sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan. When you shop online, go to autocentersnissan.com.
American Hockey League Calder Cup playoffs can be heard exclusively on 101 ESPN. Tonight, Thunderbirds and Bruins. Puck drop at 6:05. This is your exclusive home for Blues hockey. 101 ESPN. 101 ESPN. Sports Center.
Redbirds wind their way out west. Good afternoon. It's Bradford Bruns with the Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Tonight at 9 o'clock out at Petco Park, the Cardinals begin a road trip against visiting San Diego, trying to make up for yesterday's 6-2 loss downtown in that series finale against the Milwaukee Brewers. It'll be Matthew Liberatore, the lefty, facing off against Michael King for the Padres. First pitch right after 9 o'clock. Puck drop, meanwhile, tonight on 101 ESPN, happening at 6:05 between Springfield and top-seeded Providence in the AHL Calder Cup playoffs. Pre-game starts at 5:50, so the Fast Lane will shut it down just a few minutes early as Springfield has a close-out opportunity, possessing that 2-1 series edge. This Sports Center update was brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Don't slow down. You're in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's what's trending.
Edging toward the top of the 3 o'clock hour in St. Louis, you are tuned in to the Fast Lane. Bradford Bruns, Anthony Stalter, and Kerry Davis with you. It is time for what's trending now. And gentlemen, we'll start with a note that is almost as inevitable as old Thanos. That's right. Per Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network, Aaron Rodgers expected to visit those Steelers this weekend and is likely to play for them this season. Kerry, we're going to dig into some other Pittsburgh-centric storylines next hour, but the floor is yours to address that reunion between Mike McCarthy and his soon-to-be 43-year-old QB.
Good luck. I mean, I am of the mindset that the Steelers have the expectation of him coming back. They gave the seldom used tender that they put on him earlier this offseason, and so now there's expectation for him to be back in the Steelers uniform. I think that he did really well last year. I think he did better than most people would have expected. I think they still have a lot of work to do in other areas. They tried to upgrade on the offensive line in the draft and, do some things in free agency to try to help them with the receiving game, both draft and receiver. So I'm excited to see what another year with Aaron Rodgers in Pittsburgh looks like, especially with Mike McCarthy as the play caller. I'm assuming he's calling plays. I hope he is. I can't take another season.
Well, why would you hire a head coach that called plays in his previous destination but decides not to call plays at his next spot?
Some people
might even hire that guy.
Some people do that. I mean, those organizations, I don't know, Anthony. They work hard. They try. Everybody tries hard. You know what I mean? In those organizations, when you hire a coach that is a play caller and he says, I'm not calling plays. What do we hire you for? To run the team. Because you did that great? Yep. Sure did.
Did you oversee a winner in your last spot?
I was two-time coach of the year where I was at.
Okay.
In spite of the wins.
Carey.
Yeah.
May I speak freely?
I feel like when you just said that I'm going to get you know what? A crap sandwich is loading. Go ahead.
I didn't even want to do the crab sandwich.
You just going to give me the crap?
Yep.
Wow.
I think the most important takeaway here with the Aaron Rodgers situation is that the Steelers continue to be stuck in quarterback purgatory, and it's been nearly a decade. I think that is one of the central themes to Aaron Rodgers coming back and what the story really means. I mean, they have continued to find, and it's not all their fault, don't get me wrong, but Pittsburgh continues to search for temporary answers instead of finding that one real long-term solution. At some point, they're going to need to bleep or get off the pot. And what I mean by that is they may have to do something that is completely out of their identity, which is to trade up in the draft and land one of their the next franchise starting quarterback.
That is,
I know,
blasphemous.
I know, but
I will say this, Anthony. I was expecting a crap sandwich. You told me you're just going to give me a crap And it wasn't that bad, man. You're not wrong in what you said, sir.
So I delivered the truth then.
Yeah. And
appreciate that.
in life, the truth sometimes hurts. Mm-hmm. But you're not wrong. Like
Thank you.
You're spot on in your assessment of the Pittsburgh Steelers, looking for that quarterback. I don't know, 4 or 5, 6 years since the last future Hall of Fame quarterback left.
Nearly a decade they've been
It
searching.
ain't been a decade. Well,
Nearly. It's felt like it.
It has actually.
Give Drew some time. Give Howard a snap. No, not so
well,
much.
here's the thing, too, about the Steelers. This is perhaps the most amazing thing. So we just got done ripping an organization that really doesn't know what the hell it's doing, ever. Even though they try hard. Yeah, even though they try hard. They don't know what they're doing. Pittsburgh remains competitive. They remain respectful, playoff adjacent. Like, they continue to make the playoffs despite not having a long-term solution at quarterback. I mean, in some respects, that's unbelievable.
It's pretty amazing.
But the draft and develop Kenny Pickett signing, the reclamation projects in Justin Fields, the veteran stopgaps now in Russell Wilson and now an aging Aaron Rodgers, is just they can't get out of this quarterback purgatory. And I feel until they man up and go up and actually trade future assets to go get a franchise quarterback, I don't think that this Steelers paradox will solve itself.
I don't think you're wrong. But here we are, Anthony. Just got to keep going forward, man. You forgot Duck Hodges, too. And Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Don't forget about the Duck.
Yeah,
Don't
good
forget
call.
about the Duck. The Duck was a man, for a few games. Man, he started 6 games in the NFL.
Did he ever play anywhere
I
else?
don't think so. No, actually.
Duck Hodges never played
He
anywhere
played
else.
8 games for the Pittsburgh Steelers, started 6 of them, and never played football again in the NFL.
That's amazing.
He was 23. I don't know, where did he go after?
I don't know. Where did he come from?
All-time great name, though.
Duck, yeah.
He was at. You want to take a guess? What college you went to? You'll never guess. So we shouldn't even do that.
Is it even D1?
It sounds like a school that's on the West Coast. It sounds like a Pac-12 school. Former. I don't even know what they are anymore. It sounds like it.
But it's not?
It's not. It's a completely different school in a completely different place.
Save it. I need Gauntlet material.
Okay. No. I like playing this game. So it sounds like a former Pac-12 school.
Yeah.
Okay. So
It actually starts with the same letter and ends with the same letters.
Samford.
There you go.
I'm like Oregon State,
There you
USC,
go.
Stanford. So he went to Samford.
He went to Samford.
I don't even know where the hell is Samford.
They're top.
Where
player
is
for-
Samford University?
We're gonna have to find out. That's where
Holy
Cortland
smokes.
Finnegan went to Samford.
Did he?
Yeah, didn't know that either.
I can't believe, like, they started him 6 games. No idea where the hell he came from. Then he
Homewood, Alabama.
Then he left. He left just as quietly as he came in.
He did.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it is. It's very weird. Very weird. All right, Bradford, we good?
Let's do one more quick one, guys, from the old gunslingers to, well, young guns. The Blues fans probably tuning in quite a bit tonight. Game 4, as we have said already, of those Calder Cup playoffs. Springfield and Providence, probably hoping to hear a little bit from Adam Juracek or Justin Carbonneau, maybe. Yesterday, you guys mentioned the possibility of both of those top-flight prospects joining the team. Will they suit up? Will they not? Here's what we know. Thunderbirds have been very impressive in this series, a best of 5 under the head coach Steve Ott. When you have the number 1 seed, Stoltz, in the AHL on the brink of elimination, whether or not we see the 2 highly regarded prospects tonight, it's been what a ride indeed for Springfield, and we'll see if they can parlay some of that momentum in a little while here.
I don't know how much more praise we can heap on Steve Ott, but he deserves all of it. You know, he goes down to Springfield with the Blues kind of frustrated with the way that their special teams were, specifically the power play was being executed or not executed. And he goes down to Springfield, and he's not really sure if he wants to be a head coach. He's thought about it before, and then he understands now, you see him talk now, that he was absolutely ready for the moment. He was ready to lead a group, and you're in the second round against a juggernaut opponent, and you've got them with their backs against the wall. Tremendous job by Steve Ott. Tremendous.
Has his star risen so quickly that next season you see him back in the NHL as a head man? At any point. At any point. I think it's a distinct possibility.
I think it's
I'm
a
gonna say
possibility.
yes.
The way in which he totally reversed the trajectory of that team completely changed the culture, everything.
Yeah.
I would say he sounded like a coach, like the last time we spoke to him. Not that he's like the head coach cadence and speak, kind of like, you know, when politicians speak and they all kind of speak in a certain cadence.
Yeah.
Most of them. And then coaches, you know, when they become head coaches,
Yeah.
they kind of have a
They get that
cadence and
yep.
a rhythm and how they handle the questions. They take a beat, they think about it for a second, then they give a very, you know, thoughtful answer.
Sure.
Like, holy crap, you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good job, man.
Yeah, you're right. He sounds like it.
Yeah. So next year.
Next
Maybe
year?
after the
Okay.
season.
All right. Hey,
I
good.
mean, every year is
Good
like
for him.
8 coaches fired, so
Very,
you got
very
plenty
true.
of openings.
Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah. During the year, before the year, after the year.
Hockey doesn't care.
Hockey don't care.
They don't care.
Nope. All right. The biggest remaining roster holes for all 4 championship Sunday participants. We'll dive into that next on 101 ESPN.
You can now listen to 101 ESPN on demand. Get caught up on all our shows and podcasts at 101ESPN.com or on the 101 mobile app. 101 ESPN podcasts are presented by the Schaefer Door Company. Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Bradford Bruns pinch hitting for Andrew Marsh. Kerry Davis here. I'm Anthony Stalter. And our guy, Jamie Rivers, is in Vegas. He's heading out to Vegas for the weekend. So going to maybe do some partying out there. And he'll be back with us on Monday. So, biggest remaining roster holes for all 4 Championship Sunday participants. So that would be Seattle. That would be the LA Rams. And that would be the 2 AFC participants, the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. If you want to start, dealer's choice. Who do you want to start with, CD?
Let's start with the Broncos.
Okay.
I'm going to say Patriots, but yeah, it might be. Patriots got some.
You want to do some on-field stuff or off-field stuff?
I mean, you know what? I'm glad Jamie isn't here. They already filled some holes.
Okay.
they in the offseason, they filled some of their holes. That
they addressed some things.
They needed. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
What?
So ESPN did an article on this, and the Broncos, that what they listed for the Broncos was right defensive end, because first team All-Pro Zach Allen, who holds down the left side of Denver's 3-4 base defense, they could use somebody on the other side, but really, what do they need? They need a healthy Bo Nix, and that's the most obvious thing. And if he's undergoing a second procedure,
underwent it, I believe.
Underwent it,
yeah.
Okay. So will he be healthy enough to play? The Broncos do feel like one of those teams, just like Washington a year ago, that is poised to take a big step back. Their defense is good enough to lead them back to the playoffs. But when you look at the talent that is in the AFC West, the coaching that is in the AFC West, I think it's going to be very difficult for the Broncos to repeat what they did a year ago.
I agree.
And impossible if Bo Nix isn't healthy.
Well, they were outstanding defensively. They got after the quarterback. They were number 2 in total defense. I don't think they got as many turnovers as some of the better defenses did, like the Texans and some of those other teams. But defensively, you felt like they could keep you in the game. I think their run game was not good at all last year. I thought that it could have been much better. And I think that the injury to Bo Nix in the playoffs, going into the AFC Championship game really turned your fortune upside down, because now your starting guy is on the bench and you got a guy in that hadn't played in a few years. So for me, getting healthy at the quarterback for me would be the number one hole that I would have to fill.
Sure.
Like making sure that my quarterback is ready to go. And like you just mentioned, he did have the offseason surgery, so we'll see how well he's able to progress and when he's able to play. But I think that would be my number one thing. And again, the run game was putrid, and they went out and drafted Jonah Coleman in the 4th round. So maybe that can help and aid in some of that run game issues that they had. But it was bad last year.
Yeah, it was. Moving on, if you want to go to the Patriots, they list the cornerback depth. They don't really have any glaring starting weaknesses.
Who are they throwing the ball to?
Oh, they've got plenty of guys, including A.J. Brown in a month.
Well, that's who they're – okay, because he's not on the roster yet, last I checked. And that was one of the issues that they had. They've had that issue, in my opinion, for a number of years. Stephon Diggs was their number 1 receiver last year. Yeah. He just got off trial, so I don't know if he's going back to New England.
I don't think so.
Their head coach, he got some other – man, it's getting bad for old Mikey V.
There's a bit of a pause for a week, and now it's like an onslaught again. You knew there was going to be more to come out of this.
It's like drip, like they're slowly but surely just dripping out all the information. First it was we got a picture of the piece of paper. Now we got pictures of them. Like it's a lot. And I don't know if Mike Vrabel loses his job over it, but I am certain that, organizations don't want to have to keep talking about the same thing over and over again.
It's just amazing that in such short order, the Patriots went from one of the talks of the league where it's like, oh, the Patriots are back.
Yeah.
Drake May, they found another franchise quarterback. They found the guy that every team seemingly wanted, but he was destined after he was fired in Tennessee after the Titans screwed up.
Because they don't know what they're doing.
Destiny that he goes back to the Patriots, in which he played, and then reestablish the next Patriots dynasty.
Yeah.
Like all of that to, holy crap, is this guy going to have to resign because of all the stuff that's coming out?
He's a great man, though. Just ask Drake May.
Already
on the record.
Yeah.
Drake said it.
By the way, Kerry, was the Dobbs signing a big nothing burger for you then? He's had 4 years under his belt. I'm not saying he's the prototypical number one. What does that do for this offense?
Yeah, JK, who Dobbs?
Romeo Dobbs.
For the Patriots?
Yeah.
No, it doesn't do much for me.
Doesn't move the needle at all.
That's a collection of talent that they have at wide receiver. There's no true stud.
In which team you talking about, the Patriots or the Packers? Because
Samesies.
They all were the same guy for the most part. So no, that doesn't move the needle for me. Now, if they do get A.J. Brown, that is in my opinion, a true number one receiver, a guy that can go, that is going to demand double coverage, going to demand multiple looks his way, which helps everyone else in the offense. It gives other guys an opportunity to face man-to-man coverage. Hunter Henry was really good for them at the tight end position last year. I talked about Stephon Diggs, who, again, I don't think he's coming back. But if they get A.J. Brown, they have a legit number one receiver they can throw the ball to on a consistent basis, and it changes the game plan. And it helps in the run game that you have right now, because I think they ran the ball really well last year as well with Travion Henderson. So I think they're going to be
and Stevenson.
I thought
more
Travion,
so Stevenson.
that was right. I thought Travion should have been the guy getting the ball on more opportunities, because he's an electric receiver that can take off at any time. So yeah,
I like Dobbs. I like Dobbs a lot, but like you're saying, it's just he's not. Opposing defensive coordinators aren't staying up all night figuring out where the hell Romeo Dobbs is. Kayshon Boutte wound up having a good year, but he's kind of a red zone threat, and that's it. They do have a couple of tight ends, Hunter Henry being the main tight end from a year ago. The Patriots' collection of weapons is fine. They were way ahead of schedule last year in terms of the rebuild.
Correct.
So that's something we have to take into account too. Quickly, the Rams, the website listed wide receiver depth. That certainly is even more of a issue now with Puka Nacua potentially. Who knows what's going on with him in his rehab situation. But outside of Nacua and Devontae Adams, it's 52 tight ends, and then guys like Xavier Smith, Jordan Whittington, and Mumfield.
So for me, I don't know. Like, people keep saying they need wide receiver depth, and I'm like, why? They don't throw it but to two people. Like, what is the point in having? Why do you need more depth? They literally, when Cooper Kupp was the number one receiver, he was getting 150 targets. Puka Nacua is going to get 150 targets. It ain't that many damn balls to be thrown around. As you said, they got 14 tight ends. They're going to run out, 12 personnel and 22 and 21. Like, they're going to run multiple tight end sets all the time.
Yep.
They are not a four-wide team. They don't need that. They're going to run a lot of play-action pass, and they're going to have those tight ends crash down and then leak out into the flats. They're going to have Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams running crosser routes. Somebody's going to be running deep, and there's going to be guys wide open. You need one guy that can run a deep route and take the top off the coverage just to get the hell out of the way. And then we're going to throw it to Puka and Devontae in the red zone.
I agree.
I don't know why I keep hearing them talk about the wide receiver depth for the Los Angeles Rams. It doesn't make sense to me. They don't need it. They don't care.
I agree.
So to keep hearing that, I'm like, why do you keep saying that?
Yeah, Carey, this is once again the obsession with wide receivers in the media. There's just this massive, like, the team could have no, and I'm not talking about the Rams here specifically, team could have zero pass rush and a terrible offensive line. You know what they need? They need a number 2 wide receiver.
They got a 2.
What are we doing here?
I don't know.
So I'm with you. I'm with you big time. Seattle, they mentioned an edge rusher.
Well, everybody needs an edge rusher.
Yeah, it's kind of like 1 through 32. What do you need? All right, Fastlane on 101 at ESPN. At least it's not running back. They addressed that.
They did.
With Price in the back end of the first round. Could the Cardinals Can the Cardinals continue to be road warriors? They open up a new series in San Diego. We'll get into that next on 101 ESPN.
WXOS HD1 East St. Louis 101 ESPN is driven by Brown and Crouppen Law Firm. You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN.
I really like how our team's competing. I like the pressure that we continue to put on teams offensively. Even when we're not coming up with hits, we're just taking tough at-bats and finding ways to get on base. So I really like where that's at.
That's Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol yesterday on Cardinals TV. 3:06, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. So despite Wednesday's 6-2 loss to the Brewers, Cardinals manager Ollie Marmol praised his team approach. You heard that, which remains geared toward putting pressure on the opposition, and that has been something that the Cardinals have really excelled at. This mentality has been particularly evident away from Busch Stadium. In fact, the Cardinals own Major League Baseball's second best road record at 11-5. That's a .688 winning percentage. Entering tonight's series opener against San Diego, they trail only a red-hot Atlanta Braves team. Considering the Cardinals' young makeup, should we expect their carefree attitude to continue to produce success? anywhere really, but also on the road. I think that the big key here, whether they're playing at home or on the road, is the identity that is formed offensively, which is we have multiple ways to beat you. We got done talking about, I mentioned this, I don't want to put words in your guys' mouth, but I talked about the Knicks being able to win in multiple ways.
Yep.
When you get to that point as a team, sure, it helps to win that way when, like, you're the Dodgers and you've got a star-studded lineup. But when you're a young team and you're able to do that, simply by putting pressure on an opposing pitcher, whether that's from a steal standpoint, whether that is taking the extra base, which the Cardinals have done consistently, laying down bunts, obviously the power being on display, the Cardinals can win in multiple ways. It breeds confidence, and the results have followed with this Cardinals team.
Yeah, I think just the pressure, there's not a lot of pressure on them. And the pressure comes from, individually, I want to do this. I want to be this player. I want to make sure that I hit these numbers and I attain these goals. But I don't think as a team there has been a lot of pressure on them because, as I said the last couple of days, no one expected them to be in this position right here. Mm-hmm. So you're essentially playing with house money, and then you start to get a little greedy. You say, you know what? We are actually a good team. Yeah. Let's continue to do what we've done. Yes, there are some areas that we would like to be better, but we have what we have, and we got who we got. So we're going to play as hard as we can. Mm-hmm. We're going to play fundamentally sound. We're going to play great defense behind our pitching staff, and we're going to take an extra base when it's available to us. Jordan Walker had a steal yesterday. There was not even a throw.
Right.
Like you're that dialed in, and that comes from coaches telling you, hey, let's go. And that comes from you trusting yourself to say, all right, I can go. And he's halfway to second base before the ball is even out of the pitcher's hand.
What a job.
It was amazing. So I think that they are doing everything right. And as much crap as we like to have not us, but as fans have given Ali, you should give him as much praise right now. Because this team should not be.
Don't be nutty.
No. I won't speak for St. Louis like I did the other day. That was bad.
Yeah.
But I will say, as much as people have hated on this man over the last few years, you should be giving him that much praise right now because this team, where they are, who they have, what they are, should not be playing the way that they're playing right now. So either the players stunk and it was all their fault to begin with, or he stunk and now he doesn't stink. So it's one or the other. And so if you wanted to give them hate before, give them praise now because this team is outstanding. They're playing really well. Will it continue? I don't know. But it's awesome to see it. And right now, if the playoffs started today, Anthony, your St. Louis Cardinals, my St. Louis Cardinals, Bradford's St. Louis Cardinals would be in the playoffs.
3.5 games out, just shy of those Cubs. Carey, you're right. It's a collective mentality, right? It's a bleep it attitude because really you're playing as if you have nothing to lose when in actuality you have so much to gain in this year 2026. You've exceeded expectations through a month plus, but I'm glad also that you did isolate one individual. Right here, right now, Jordan Walker is having an all-star season. He is having that breakout campaign, but he's doing all of the little things as well in addition to belting the ball out of the yard. He leads your team, in dingers. He leads your team in basically every offensive category. But now, this season, you're seeing the little things from him. Case in point yesterday with that swipe. Heck, he actually leads your team in stolen bases now with 7th. It's the Pujols-esque treatment of taking the extra bag when it's made available to you. The speed is good, but he's not just an outright base stealer. And I think about the strides also, Stoltz, that he has made this season in terms of obviously pitch recognition, but then also not expanding the zone. What did you see yesterday? Yeah, he didn't reach base on a hit, but drew 2 more walks. You think about a couple of weeks ago as well, that tough matchup against the lefty in Miami, I believe it was. Finding ways to still impact the game in the event that you're able to reach base. I think that's a trickle-down effect, and you're seeing it from top to bottom in this lineup from 1 through 9.
The couple of comments from our guy Splashback Deuce in the Snake Pit. He said, when your identity is any identity, gives you a lot of flexibility. He's absolutely right. I know Splash is kind of... I don't want to speak for him, CD, but I think Splash is kind of against the idea of having only one identity because then that way you only
You get pigeonholed.
Yeah,
You're stuck
or you
in
can only
one
win.
thing.
You can only win one way. You can only lose one way. So I like that comment from him again. When your identity is any identity, it gives you a lot of flexibility. The other thing he said too, going back to Ollie haters didn't even hate on things in his control. 100%.
Like it's amazing, man, because the text line is silent. Like the people, and this is why young people that are listening, if you're listening, if you're out of school now, you're listening, you're riding with your dad or your mother, you're listening, don't listen to the haters because they don't know. They don't know anything for the most part. Like, and they will be the loudest people hating on you when you're struggling, and when you're successful, they're quiet as church mice.
Yep.
They don't have a word to say. Don't worry about it. Just keep doing what you're doing. If you're playing your butt off, working your butt off, just keep doing it. Because the haters, they don't have anything else to do. Like, I'm on this text. Anthony, I know you stay off the text line. You got a little text rage, so you don't deal with it anymore.
I have text rage.
It's like road rage, but with texting, like the text app, you rage out a little bit. I've seen it. So you stay off of the text line, and I'm proud of you for that.
Thank you. But in my defense, I also have text love that goes one way or the other. So like I'll respond to every text. Either bad or like with rage or with so much love that's unnecessary. So that's why I stay off it. Continue.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying like as many haters as we would have on these lines, on this text line, in the YouTube chat, in the snake pits, they don't say anything right now. Now, the moment the Cardinals lose 4 and 5 in a row, if that happens, haters will be back out. Cardinals think they don't mind that the pitching staff gave up 80 runs in that series. Don't worry about it. Not your problem. Right? This is what we deal with and how things go. So shout out to the Cardinals. They continue to do a great job. Shout out to Oliver Marmol for being a great manager since he was such a terrible manager before. Got to be a great manager now.
Yeah. Can't be a hypocrite about this.
Can't be a hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's Kerry Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Chris Kerber, voice of the Blues, play-by-play man on the Blues Radio Network. Join us next. Talk about the lottery and the Blues picks and some off-season thoughts next on 101 ESPN.
Get social with 101 ESPN. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, Threads, Blue Sky, and YouTube at 101 ESPN.
Hey, we've headed into the month of May. Classic Air Care still reminding you that you want to make sure that you get them out to the house for a maintenance check. Look, it's the number one thing you can do to make sure that your air conditioner is ready for the hot St. Louis summer that's coming. It's no different than an oil change on your car. It's no different than any other important machine. You want to make sure that it's running efficiently and optimally. Now, the number one thing you can do on your own, make sure you've got that air filter changed on a regular basis. But the next thing, especially in the month of May, it's just an $89 fee. That's it. For less than $100, they come out, they check everything, they make sure it's clean, they make sure it's ready to go. And then if by chance something happens during the summertime, well, you can count on them as well. They will be out there. They've got over 100 vans on the road. They can typically get to you within 24 hours, and they've got a 4.8 Google rating for a reason, because they make customer satisfaction their number one priority. So listen to them. Do what I did. Get them out to the house. Make sure that you're ready to go for the summer. Get that maintenance check done. It's Classic Air Care. Book an appointment online at classicaircare.com. They've been making people comfortable since 1926.
Two former pros and one average Joe. You're listening to The Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Bradford Bruns filling in for Andrew Marsh. Kerry Davis, I'm Anthony Stalter. It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN, and let's head to the Calgary and Thompson phone line. We're joined by Chris Kerber, voice of the Blues, right here on the Blues Radio Network, 101 ESPN. Kerbs, how are you? Kerbs, you there? Kerbs, you there?
Had the mute button, so yeah,
there we go.
You.
Got it. Okay.
Had the mute button hit so you didn't hear the dogs barking. My apologies.
No, all good. Absolutely all good. Hey, Kerbs, I was just wondering, you're a fan of the NHL, not just of the Blues. Why does the NHL continue to rig the lottery situation?
I just listened to Gary Bettman, some of the clips that he had on the Pat McAfee show. I'm convinced, okay, do I believe that when it came to the Sidney Crosby draft pick and that class that it was rigged? But you could give me all the evidence that it wasn't, and I'm still going to think that there was a shooter on the grassy knoll. Mm-hmm. Okay, like it's really that simple. In this case, I guess, man, I don't know. You could make a case with all these different winners why it would be rigged. So I think everybody would feel that way. Here's where I'm at with it at this point. One, I know it's not, or at least I hope it's not. I hope that video going around with that 12-ball pass and the 8-ball ain't real. But the reality of it is, I'm just so glad it's not Chicago. I'm glad it's not the Blackhawks getting that number one overall pick again. I'm glad then you think something's up. So I really don't have much of a problem with Toronto winning it. It's just pure luck. San Jose jumps back up, so they'll get a fourth straight season of picking that high. I don't know where you guys are. Like, if we look at all the other leagues, like, I know the NHL put it in place where you can't win the first overall pick, I think, more than twice in a 4 or 5 year period. I don't remember exactly what that rule is. I think they got to go further than that. I really do. I don't think you should be allowed to pick into top three more than 3 times in a 5 or 6 year span. Because the reality of it is, like, I look at the Blackhawks and these other teams, the Edmonton Oilers, the San Jose Sharks, the Detroit Red Wings, right? I look at these other teams that have done that, right? And they don't have a hockey problem. In my opinion, they've got a management problem. Because if you pick that high several times in a row and still aren't good enough to be better than that, you've got a management problem, a coaching problem. You've got some other issue. Like at least San Jose in this case, I can't be all that upset on the San Jose one. They won the lottery, right? But at least they were they were knocking on the door to get into the playoffs all year. They had an 18-point improvement this year over last year, and they had what would have been the 9th overall pick had they not gotten lucky. Okay, that's different than the Blackhawks, for example, who continue to stink for the 4th straight year and would have ended up in the top 5 no matter how things went. That's how I view it.
Curbs, you're talking about the San Jose Sharks, and they will have their 4th top 5 pick in 4 years. Do you think that there's a possibility, because there have been conversations that maybe they would be willing to trade out of that spot? Do you think the Blues have enough with their 11 and 15 and maybe a player to trade up and to get that San Jose spot at number 2?
Oh, yeah, I do. I believe that, and I think we had talked about this once before, guys, where, I like the one thing I know for sure, like it's very rare in the salary cap era for teams to trade up into that top 5. Okay. So history is not on the side of something like that. But this to me, and maybe I'm convincing myself of it. Okay. But maybe this to me is one of those where, like, it feels like the perfect storm is there. And the reason, like, if you take what I just said about San Jose finishing with, like, would have been picking 9th, right? There's improvement there. Do they need that high of a pick? Well, I don't. Yeah, everybody can use it, no matter where you are. I mean, I'm sure the Florida Panthers would have loved to have won the draft lottery, right? Okay, but the reality of it is if you're looking for a right shot defenseman, or you're San Jose and you're really ready to take that next step, like, here's an opportunity to grab players off of a roster and speed a process up. And a team like the St. Louis Blues, who are in a somewhat similar situation, and I throw the LA Kings in there and a host of others, to me, the Seattle Kraken, another great example. To me, yeah, the Blues have the draft pick capital. They've got 2 picks in the top 15, so that's tantalizing. If you want to move out and still know that you're going to get a good pick, I mean, don't forget Minnesota took Matt Boldy with the 12th overall pick. I think Jay Kopitar was, the 11th or 12th overall pick, right? Something like that. Dustin Brown was the 13th. So they have that. They also have capital in terms of NHL-ready players or young players that are about to be NHL-ready. So to me, Carey, if there was a year to see it happen, this does feel like a year where there's multiple teams in a similar boat to make it happen, and I'm curious if it does.
Kerb, speaking of obvious Blues of the future, as you're well aware, Springfield with the closeout opportunity tonight. Game 4, we'll have it here on 101 ESPN of the Calder Cup playoffs. And the team could have some reinforcements. We know at least that Adam Juracek and Justin Carbonneau will join the team for the rest of the playoff run, even if they don't suit up, Kerbs, over the next few games or however long the ride may be. Just how critical could this experience be for both of those guys moving into this offseason?
Well, Springfield's banged up a little bit right now, too. So, and I did not, haven't looked yet onto Ryan Smith's Twitter feed and find out what their lines and combos are for tonight's game to find out if one of those 2 guys are in. Mm-hmm. But having been in that league, I mean, I called 4 years in the American League before I got here to St. Louis, and this happens a good amount, where you'll get a college kids in, you'll get some junior kids in that'll join you, and it could be a heck of a spark. And teams want to see them play. Now, do they play tonight? That remains to be remain to be seen. It's up to Steve Ott on what he does. But first off, just getting that experience, coming in, and I'll relate it to Jimmy Snuggerud. All right, Jimmy Snuggerud turned pro. He got 7 regular season games, and then you got a 7-game playoff series. Is a wealth of experience your rookie year from a guy that's coming in having played one and done tournaments in college. Now, these guys came from junior hockey, where they just both lost in Game 7, right? And they've played kind of meaningful series. So they're coming in kind of already in that mode and in that rhythm. It's a valuable experience. And I said this yesterday to BK and the guys, and again, I don't base this on anything other than a couple of conversations with him, watching his highlights throughout this year, watching his attitude, having a great conversation with him in Ottawa when he joined. I think for Carbonneau to see what he could do at this NHL level as I've been for any Blues prospect maybe since TJ Oshie. I'm really pumped up to see, like, he's got such a great air of confidence about him that I absolutely love, and I hope we allow him to keep it because I don't know. I mean, I could be way wrong on this. He just feels like one of these guys, though, that could create a spark. I'm excited to see it if he does get into Springfield's games.
It looks like both Carbonneau and Adam are playing tonight, but maybe not.
Cool.
Looking at it now.
Nice. Yeah, like I said, I haven't been able to jump on and see if they are, but guys, this
false
is
start
like
on that, Bradford.
They've been assigned numbers. That's what we know at present.
Okay, they've been assigned numbers. All right, so let's just, you know what? Let's play it safe. We still don't know. How about that?
We sat down and talked with Tim Taylor at the beginning of the year, okay, and we were talking about Jiricek. And Tim Taylor is great the same way Bill Armstrong was with us, and Joe and I sit down with kind of the head of player personnel, and we go through every player in camp, and we just get a scouting nugget or two on every guy so we're prepared for, the 8 or 9 preseason games we had, right? So it's invaluable for us. But there were things over the years he told, like Bill Armstrong was talking about Nico Mikko, and he goes, man, he's just a dog on a bone or kerfluffle, and you see the way his career's progressed, right? Tim Taylor said, look, we're not saying he's this player, but the player you hear mentioned a lot when you talk about the development of Jiricek is an Alex Pietrangelo. And if you're even demonstrating your game at the junior level to get that comparison, that's a hell of a good start, and I'm excited to see if he takes that next step.
No doubt. Kerbs, we always appreciate the conversation. Thank you. Continue to enjoy the offseason. We'll check back with you again soon.
Okay, guys. Talk to you next week.
All right, thanks. That's Chris Kerber here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We're going to play Hot Take or Hot Garbage next. So if you've got a hot take or hot garbage statement that you want to send in, 314-399-9646, the Air Comfort Service text line. That's how you can do it. Again, we'll play Hot Take or Hot Garbage next.
101 ESPN is powered by Kaufman Townsley, St. Louis's injury lawyers. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
Start your day with the morning after on 101 ESPN. Get in the know first on everything St. Louis sports with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, and Martin Kilcoy. Listen to TMA weekday mornings from 7 to 11 a.m. on 101 ESPN. The morning after is presented by Brown and Crouppen Law Firm. 101 ESPN Sports Center.
Cardinals and Padres primed for action. Good afternoon. It's Bradford Bruns. This Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. Tonight at 9 o'clock, the Cardinals get underway on the road, that is, West Coast style, against the San Diego Padres of the National League West. Your pitching matchup features Matthew Liberatore on the mound for St. Louis, going for his second victory of the season against Michael King, the righty for San Diego. Again, first pitch scheduled for 9:10 p.m. 5:55 p.m. Meanwhile, bringing pregame for AHL Calder Cup playoff action. We have the Springfield Thunderbirds going up against Providence, the top seed in the AHL Atlantic Division semifinals. Puck drop at 6:05 exclusively right here on 101 ESPN. And a quick baseball update at present. The Cubs out in front of those Reds, 8-1 right now in the seventh inning. The Sports Center update has been brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Buckle up. This is the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
Boom! Hot take! All right, if you got a hot take, you can send it into the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Kerry Davis, Anthony Stalter. You all right?
Anthony, I ain't gonna tell you, man.
What's going on?
I worry. I heard a phone ring. And I
In here?
Yeah, man.
Oh, Kerry.
During the update?
No. Just as he was talking. What?
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
You either have the greatest hearing ever or you're hearing too many things that aren't there.
Yeah, probably the latter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably.
You know what? You're fine.
Okay.
I believe in you. Bradford?
Diagnosis is good, folks.
I stayed in my own bed last night, so I feel pretty confident in saying you're fine.
Guys, let's kick it off with a little round ball from the 636. By the end of this NBA postseason, we will be calling OKC a dynasty already.
Hot garbage. We've already established in the fast lane rules of dynasty making, you got to be 3 and 5.
3 and 5. Yep.
Them's be the rules, Bradford. I don't make the rules, I just abide by them. So 2 in 2 years, not yet a dynasty. Now, if you win, if you three-peat, well, you're damn sure a dynasty.
Mm-hmm.
Who's stopping that team in the next 5 years? Legitimately.
The Spurs.
So I do love the Spurs. You were talking about Wemby earlier and kind of him facing that first challenge.
Mm-hmm.
He is the perfect San Antonio Spur.
100%.
Like, if you were to get, like, any other franchise, it wouldn't fit.
Yeah.
Like, Tim Duncan was that way. David Robinson was that way.
Yes.
Like, Sean Elliott.
Yes.
Like, they are.
Avery
like
Johnson.
Avery Johnson. Like, Manu.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they are Tony Parker. They're San Antonio Spurs.
They're like everything you'd want in a basketball player and a professional.
Yeah.
But without, like, the bombastic personality.
Just straight, I want to hoop. Coach, you can coach me.
Mm-hmm.
If you fuss and cuss, cool. I'm not bigger than the program. Like, I don't think any other organization is that way. Like Draymond Green, I love Draymond. He couldn't play for San Antonio.
Mm-mm.
What the hell are you doing all that fussing and cussing, man? We got Zen over here, man. We ain't doing all that
they got
fussing
Rodman
and cussing.
out.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an organization that sent Rodman to Chicago.
Yeah, see you later.
Because they couldn't handle his personality.
Correct.
Yeah, man, you're right. You're absolutely right. And the list continues too. Like, remember Chuck Person?
Mm-hmm.
Vinny Del Negro?
Yep.
Like
Rifleman.
They just had the dudes that just wanted to play basketball. Yeah. Sean Elliott's a perfect example.
Sean Elliott is one of my favorite as well. Yeah. He is.
From?
Ooh. I don't know.
Zona?
Yes.
Is he Arizona?
Nailed it. Nice job.
Wildcat. There
He's a
you go.
Wildcat, yeah.
I think Castle has a little bit of that in him as well.
Castle does as well.
Being the UConn product,
Yeah.
boy, they are set up nicely.
Like,
Let's
just
lock it in for the next 5 years. Western Conference Finals, I'm okay
I
with
like
it.
them. Maybe the Nuggets will get things figured out. They got probably the best player in the entire world, so they might figure some things out too.
Yeah, maybe.
It's going to be all West Coast teams.
Back to
Western
baseball.
Conference.
88 Keys Entertainment. Hot take or hot garbage? Ali nabs Manager of the Year.
If they make it to the playoffs, yes.
He will.
Hot take.
Yeah.
If they make it to the playoffs, I don't care what anyone else does. It's almost like it's the Manager of the Year is such an unfortunate award. Like it's unfair, really. No, it really is, because if you're like Phil Jackson and you're coaching Michael Jordan and Kobe and Shaq,
You win it
you're
all.
never the coach of the year.
Nope.
But if you're like Ali and your team was supposed to win 70 games and you go and win 84 and make it into the playoffs as the wild card,
You're a hero.
Dave Roberts never winning Manager of the Year, man. They don't give a damn. They're like, this thing's on autopilot, Dave.
Right.
We don't need you to coach. That's what they think. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're right. It's narrative driven. It really always has been. That award is specifically.
Yeah.
But if you look and you're right. The one caveat is you do have to make the playoffs.
I think so.
But who else would qualify?
I mean, who had lower expectations and is doing as
better
well
right now? Nobody.
or better?
Nobody. The Cubs were projected to win the division. Dodgers projected to win the division. San Diego
Their
has had
roster
the
by
talent.
itself tells you, no, you can't win Manager of the Year.
What if Atlanta just goes to town? I'm talking about 100-win territory. First-year manager.
Yeah,
Walt Weiss.
that is the and they didn't make the playoffs a year ago. So
But
I could see it, but they would have to
didn't
go
make the
ham
playoffs
sauce.
last year because of the injuries. They had
They didn't make the playoffs last year.
Everybody on their team was injured. Okay,
They didn't make the playoffs last year. They hired Walt Weiss, and now look at it.
Yep.
Eh?
Not the fact that people are healthy.
Nope.
This is the manager.
Yep, that's correct.
Meanwhile, Ali is managing guys that, first year, second year, third year guys,
618 weighing in. Hot take or hot garbage? The Chiefs finish last in the AFC West.
It depends on.
I can't see that happening.
I want to say hot take, only because I know Patrick Mahomes is trending towards being there for week one. But if he has a setback, if he's unhealthy, if he is, I don't think Fernando Mendoza and the Raiders are going to finish first. I think they could still finish. You know what? Nah, hot garbage. Hell
They're not going to do it. They're going to play.
The Broncos are banged up. I don't trust the Chargers at all.
They're going to play a third place schedule. So they're going to get the Dolphins. They're going to get the Bengals might be a little tricky. They're going to get the Bengals. They're going to get the Colts. I don't know what other Bradford you might know off the top of your head. Do you know which divisions they play? AFC and NFC next year.
We'll look that up.
Let's see. I'll handle that. But I can't see it. I can't see it happening. All right, opponents here. Let's see here. They'll play the Bills on the road. They'll play the Bengals on the road. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. That's it. Home opponents. They'll get the 49ers, the Colts, the Patriots, the Cardinals, the Jets. They play the AFC East.
And the NFC West?
And the
You said the
NFC West.
Yeah, you said Cardinals and the Rams.
You get the Falcons.
A lot of people seem to be preying on the downfall there, maybe of Denver at least taking a step back in 26. Couldn't you say the same thing about the Chargers? Obviously, you're talking about new coordinators there. You're talking about some slightly different personnel. I want to see the traction moving forward, the approach there under Harbaugh. Yeah, it's indisputable, but I don't know. With all the injuries, too, do you think that actually played more of a factor into why we saw some consistent struggles down the stretch?
I could see the Broncos taking a step back. I think the Chargers are still going to be pretty good.
Solid.
Yeah. Because that defense was nowhere near Denver's, but the Chargers defensively were pretty solid.
You think they win the division?
I don't know if they win the division.
Well, who's winning it? Broncos. Bo Nix is banged up.
Yeah, then I
Chiefs,
guess I got to go with the Chargers.
Patrick Mahomes is banged up.
Yeah.
You don't like the Raiders. And
I do like the Raiders.
Justin Herbert. So why wouldn't you say they were going to win the division?
Okay, they win the division.
Write it down. Lock it in. Lock it in.
Chargers win the division.
Yeah.
Put it in pen.
We do need a board with sticky notes.
Mm-hmm.
We may get one of those preseason and just make some
predictions.
Some predictions.
Sure.
And then visit them later.
I think that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
I think that would be great.
618 wants to put this one in pen. One of these two players will not make the Pro Basketball Hall of Fame. James Harden or Russell Westbrook.
That's hot garbage.
Yeah.
You think Russ makes it?
I think they both make it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Why would they're both former MVPs.
Mm-hmm.
James Harden, I mean, they don't have the playoff success, but that's a team stat, which is why I tell people all the dang on time. So yeah, they're both Hall of Famers. First ballot. They don't even have to wait around for their orange jacket.
Okay.
The orange jacket.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it.
Good with one more?
Sure.
Let's get some hockey in there. From the 314, hot take or hot garbage, an organization other than the Blues trades up and snags that number 2 overall pick. It's getting moved.
I will say hot take on that. I think the Sharks are ready to move on from that pick and acquire more.
You hush your mouth, man.
Okay.
Why would you say that? Why would you say someone else other than the Blues?
Oh, the Blues, fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, was that part of it?
Someone other than the Blues. You said hot take.
Okay.
Can't be the Blues.
It's not going to be the Blues.
That goes back to my original question. Why would you say that?
Hot garbage. They stay with the pick because it's not the NFL draft. All right.
Not what I'm looking for.
Well, I know, but you tick me off. So they'll keep the pick. It's not the NFL draft.
You know what? I get it.
No
I know
trades.
I know why you say that.
Yeah, you do.
I know why.
Why?
I know
come
why.
on. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. You know, we're moving on. NFL 4 Downs next on 101 ESPN.
Tomorrow night, Knicks and 76ers. Pregame at 5:30. Tip-off at 6. Your home for the NBA is 101 ESPN.
My guy Stewie's on the line right now. And Stewie, I always love when you have new programs that you roll out for listeners. So what do you got cooking for us right now?
Anthony, it's the greatest thing I've done for buyers in a very long time. We have bagel loan with no closing costs. Now, for free, we are going to give you an interest rate 1% for the first year below the prevailing rates. I am not kidding you. You buy a house, today rates are in the 6s. We're going to give you a 1% reduction in the rate for the first year that you're making that payments. Won't cost you a dime more. Still get the bagel loan, same interest rate. It's phenomenal. So if you're looking to buy a house, but you're worried the interest rates are too high, you know interest rates are going to go down later, you can refinance it at any time you want. Here you go, 1% lower for free for the first year.
What are you waiting for? Pick up the phone and either call or dial my guy Stewie at 314-324-4440. Take advantage now. Stop being on the sidelines or on the bench and allow Stewie to put yourself in a great spot when it comes to your finances and set you up for the long term as well. Because once you become a client of his, he's going to take care of you for not only the present, but the future as well. And if you miss that phone number, you can always Google the bagel loan. Stewie, keep up the great work.
Have a great day, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
Strap yourself in. You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN.
Time for a little NFL 4 downs. Here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN, Kerry Davis, Anthony Stalter. Here's Bradford Bruns in for Andrew Marsh.
First down.
All right, guys, once again, we are focusing, a la last week, on some teams opening up rookie minicamp sessions this coming weekend. Let's go to the New York Giants. Fans about ready to get their first glimpses of the 5th overall pick, Arvell Reese. OSU standout. He's expected to serve as a linebacker at the professional level in his rookie seasons. I'm curious, your expectations as far as being a pass rusher and being accountable in year number 1.
Well, I mean, the transition of whether or not he was going to be a hand in the dirt guy or outside linebacker, it's really about a level of comfortability and whatever you're most comfortable at and how well you can acclimate yourself to the defense and to the scheme and then make plays. Like, I think we can throw schematics out. We can throw all of these, what position is he? Can you make a play? Because those are the things that give a player confidence. Whatever role you're in, if you're making plays, then you feel more confident and more comfortable in that role. So, I think he's obviously a really good linebacker, did a great job at Ohio State last year, and he's a football player if nothing else. So for me, I always want guys that love football, that want to get after, the quarterback, the running back, whatever they need to do to make a play on defense. And, if he's playing will linebacker and he's asked to read the guards and come downhill, I think he's able to do it because he's extremely athletic.
Yeah, I mean, he did everything at Ohio State. He logged snaps both as a edge rusher and an off ball linebacker. So I think that when you're that well rounded, coaches have more. It's not a situation where, remember Isaiah Simmons?
Yeah,
coming out of Clemson, they're like, oh man, you're just an athletic freak. You can play anywhere, but you don't have a spot. It's not that with Arvell Reese. He's got a well-rounded game, and he can play multiple spots. So I think he's going to be just fine. I think he's going to be a good pro.
Second down.
Second down, shifting to Anthony, your Falcons. Yes, I'm serious about this one. I'm very serious about the prospects of multiple picks that were made by that organization a couple of weeks ago. You went cornerback at number 48 overall, but I'm really intrigued by some of the guys who follow, namely Zachariah Branch and then Kendall Daniels. And I think we forget sometimes. A couple of years ago, Harold Perkins Jr. out of LSU. He was held in the highest esteem. You're talking about a day 3 pick, however. Which of those guys is most intriguing to you as far as maybe coming in earlier than expected and making a difference?
I think when it comes to Zachariah, he's just going to have that. I don't want to call him a gadget player, but he's kind of a gadget player at Georgia. But he was so explosive that they designed ways to get him the ball. The Falcons needed some speed on that side. You got Bijan Robinson, but Drake London is a incredible option when the ball's in the air, not necessarily running past people. He is a possession receiver, somebody that can high point the ball, go get it. Zachariah Branch he's an elite speed guy, and I think the biggest thing when it comes to their draft class, they got competitors. Like Branch is a competitive kid. And Perkins, the linebacker that you mentioned from LSU, somebody that at one point was a pretty high prospect, I believe, coming out of high school. Avion Terrell gets knocked for his lack of size and speed, but he's tough. And he can play inside and outside. He's tough on receivers. So I think what the Falcons got, while they didn't necessarily hit a home run in terms of, top-end guys, they got guys that were absolutely competitive, can help on special teams immediately, and add to areas that they didn't have, i.e. somebody like Branch that gives them that speed.
Yeah, having Zachariah Branch, I thought he was not utilized correctly when he was at USC, and then he transfers to Georgia and it has a lights-out type of season. I actually thought maybe he wasn't as good because of his lack of production at USC, and then when he made that transfer, I'm like, oh, he can play. And so he has an opportunity down in Atlanta. I do think he probably will end up being your number 2 receiver.
Yeah.
Like taking place of Dotson, who they got, and then Zacchaeus as well. Like I could see him being the number 2 receiver opposite of a Drake London and really causing some havoc. I think they got 3 really good guys at 3 good positions. Obviously Drake, they got Pitts at tight end, air quotes, and then Zachariah Branch. I think that helps that offense, whoever is at quarterback for them. And then Bijan Robinson is a Swiss Army knife that puts so much pressure on the defense. It's like having both of those guys on the field at the same time.
Yeah.
There's a lot of mismatches when you have guys that have elite speed like that to be able to take over a defense.
And Branch has to be a return man as well from day one, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Making that impact in the third phase right off of the bat.
Why wouldn't you? Absolutely. Yeah. And if Tua does wind up starting for them, which he probably will, I mean, he can only throw 2 feet. So Branch is going to have plenty of opportunities to, win right around the line of scrimmage, which is what he did at Georgia.
You hate all your quarterbacks, all your players, man. It's sad.
He's not my quarterback.
He is your quarterback.
Third down.
We're going to stay in that very same division of the NFC South for this one. Guys, forget Jordan Tyson. The Big Easy is all about bringing in the likes of Young-Hoo Koo and Easton Stick, among others, for tryouts this weekend. That's right. The Saints bringing in about 50 different guys in the midst of rookie minicamp. But seriously, you're number 2 of the Kellen Moore era there in Louisiana. Tyson's your number 1 pick. I think there were a lot of other questionable selections in the next 2 days of the NFL draft. But where does New Orleans go from here in that division that still on the surface could be pretty gettable?
The Saints are kind of weird to me because they're not your typical bottom feeder in the division because they're capable.
Because the whole division is
well, yeah, but you know what I mean. You know, there's the Browns, there is the Jets. You know, like the Jets would be a better example. Like you're just a bottom feeder. The Saints aren't terrible. Tyler Shook won some games last year because he's got kind of that. It's like playing a poker player doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
and he's in hands a lot longer than you think he's going to be.
And you're wondering why.
That's kind of like what Tyler Shook is. Like, why are you still in this game? Oh my God, you made a play. I don't think the Saints are. I think the Saints are well run, and I think they're going to remain somewhat competitive, but. Competitive is probably just a 6-win team.
I think that I thought Chris Olave missed more time than that. He only missed 1 game. I thought it was more games than that. But him and Chris Olave, Tyson and Chris Olave, I think is going to be a great matchup. And then you went out this offseason and got Travis, I don't know if it's Etienne or Achane. He changed it in the offseason from Jacksonville. As your number 1 running back, you still have Alvin Kamara on the roster, I believe, who still can be a mismatch and a nightmare for people in the passing game and in the running game. I think offensively, Shook actually surprised me. Like I was pleasantly surprised with his play last year. He was not a player that was on my radar to have any success at all. It was one of those situations like, yeah, Saints, hope you stink because you should have drafted Shador instead of waiting around like it. So
and instead
they actually hit on it. So this is a surprising team, and as you said, in a division where anybody could win. Literally any 4 of those teams could win the division next year, and I don't think anybody would be surprised.
I don't think so either.
4th down.
And in case you missed it during the 2 o'clock hour of the Fast Lane, multiple outlets reporting that Pittsburgh will agree to terms with Aaron Rodgers sooner rather than later. Kerry, though, I want to go elsewhere in the Steel City because the new head coach, Mike McCarthy, could benefit from 10 rookies in his first class as the Pittsburgh head coach. Take Bernard out of the equation, maybe even Jennings Dunker. Who else do you envision maybe as an immediate contributor right away? Who's really piquing your interest there?
Immediate? I don't know. I think those 2 are the only immediate. I think Jennings Dunker, they're going to put him at guard. He was an offensive tackle at Iowa. I think they're going to kick him inside and utilize him there. They felt like he showed like really good strength and athletic ability at the combine, more so the strength for an interior offensive lineman. They thought he did a great job there. Hanachur, who is the first tackle that they took in the first round, they view him, I guess, somewhat as a project because he's a guy that only's been playing football for about 5 years. Like he went to JUCO, and then he went to Arizona State, and then he became a draft-eligible player, and the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted him. So they kind of view him as a player that may take some time, which you drafted him in the first round. Generally speaking, you want him to play, and Broderick Johnson, left tackle, is injured as well. So maybe you need someone to take that position. But as far as guys that are going to play right now, if you're telling me I can't take those 2, man, Nowakowski, my guy, tight end / fullback from Indiana. He's going to make an impact some way, somehow, because that dude is a football player.
2 Hawkeyes in the first 4 rounds as well, too. Wedging at wide receiver. Could he make some splash plays, maybe?
We'll see. The Steelers actually have done a better job. Like I said, they went out and got Michael Pittman Jr. in the offseason. They drafted Bernard from Alabama. So, and you add DK Metcalf to that, you got a formidable wide receiver core. I think that will definitely entice Aaron Rodgers to come back because the guys he was throwing to last year, you're like, I got DK, and I got DK.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We're going to play the Gauntlet next.
You can now watch 101 ESPN live on our Air Alliance Team Studio Cams. Catch every show live on our YouTube channel or at 101ESPN.com. 101 ESPN Studio Cams.
Presented by the Air Alliance Team Heating and Cooling. Getting the job done quickly, correctly, 100% of the time.
It's funny. I got a Don's Garage Door spot here, and I just checked because I got a notification that somebody was walking around the property at the house, and took a look. And thanks to Don's Garage Doors, I saw there was from the keypad. It was my guy neighbor Dave. So all's good, right? I didn't have to worry about it. But when it comes to upgrading your garage door, you think, well, that's not a huge deal, right? But it's actually a big deal if you're somebody that wants to have the most efficient and effective and quite frankly, the heaviest piece of equipment that you have in your entire house. When Don's Garage Doors came out last Friday to tell me what was going on with my garage door, I had no idea that because the way the garage door was set up, it was putting a lot of wear and tear on the motor. I figured, well, those things probably go out, I don't know, every 8 to 10 years, right? And Don's Garage Doors like, no, they should last 20, 25 years if your garage door is set up properly. So just a simple $29.95 tune-up from Don's Garage Door, which is a special that they have going on, could save you a lot down the road. They upgraded the spring on my garage door to make sure that the door wasn't completely closing, too fast and smashing at the bottom. They upgraded, like I said, the technology on my garage door, where I got the keypad now, where I do have the video that can look to see, what's going on in the driveway. If an Amazon driver wants to, stop by and, drop off a package, I can open up the garage door from my phone and close it real quick after it's done. Things like that. It's amazing that I didn't know anything about the garage door and whether or not there was any sort of upgraded features in there. I just thought it was a garage door. But Don's Garage Doors gave me a complete education when it came to what's going on with my garage door. If you're interested in that, or same-day service, if you're stuck outside right now because your garage door isn't working for you, make sure you call Don's Garage Doors at 866-4-DONS-DOOR or visit them at donsgaragedoors.com.
WXOS HD1 East St. Louis. 101 ESPN is driven by Auto Centers Nissan, home of the lifetime warranty and 30-day return. Don't slow down. You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN. 4 warriors, 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
407, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Kerry Davis and Anthony Stalter. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. And we welcome in AJ to play in the Gauntlet. What's up, AJ?
Hey, not much. How's it going, guys?
We're doing great. Appreciate you listening. Thanks for playing today. Only two options today since Marsh is out sick and Jamie's off for the next 2 days. You got CD or me. Who would you like to play?
Well, the last time I was on, a few months ago, I got beat by Carey, so I'm going to go and take on Anthony today.
Oh, no revenge spot for you, huh?
Now I'm going to switch it up. I thought about doing a revenge, but I'll go and switch it up today.
All right, sounds good, AJ. Well, good luck to you.
All right, thank you. You too.
Thanks.
All right, AJ. Anthony is heading out to the cone of silence. You know how this goes. Tell Bradford to spin that wheel.
Bradford, spin that wheel.
What did you play me in last time when we played?
You beat me in hockey.
Oh,
barely.
man. Whoa. Man, must have been a good day. Or just got lucky. Well, it is not hockey today. It is actually baseball. How you feel about that?
That's perfect. I'm a huge Cardinal fan, baseball fan all around, so I love it.
Here we go. So you know how this goes. If you answer the question correctly, without the options, you get 2 points. You answer it correctly with the options, you get 1 point, and incorrect answers get you 0. AJ, are you ready to roll?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go. David Eckstein's biggest MLB moment came in 2006 when he won World Series MVP with the Cardinals. But can you tell us the team with which he, the beloved shortstop, finished his career?
Oh, I have an idea, but I'm not sure if it's right. I'll take the options just to verify.
Is it the Padres, the Blue Jays, or the Diamondbacks?
Padres, I believe.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
AJ, question number 2. On Thursday, tonight that is, the Redbirds will open a 4-game set against San Diego at Petco Park. Can you tell us the Padres' current leader in runs batted in?
Ooh, take a shot in the dark here and say, Manny Machado.
Final answer?
Yeah, final answer.
Question number 3. On May 21st, 2010, this Cardinals pitcher hit a grand slam versus the Angels. The very next day, he landed on the IL with an upper back strain.
May 21st, 2010, correct? My obvious choice is to be Wayno, but I'm not sure. I'll go and take the options.
Is it Mitchell Boggs, Brad Penny, or Kyle Loesch?
I'm glad I took the options. Say Kyle Loesch.
Final answer?
Final answer, yeah.
And finally, Babe Ruth's 15 World Series home runs were a record until another Yankee broke it in 1964. AJ, we need the name of that Yankee.
Ooh. Take another shot in the dark to say Roger Maris.
Final as well?
answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get Anthony back in here. How are you feeling, AJ?
Ooh, I'm not too sure, to be honest, after that.
Well, we'll see how it goes. Anthony has to run through the same opportunities and see how he feels. Anthony, how are you feeling, sir?
Good.
How was the cone of silence?
It was real quiet, man. Real quiet.
All by myself. All right, Anthony, you're in the cone of silence. You got baseball today, buddy.
Okay. I like baseball. Pack it.
Tell him, Bradford.
Pack that lunch. Let's make it official.
I actually did today. Trying to get back on a groove here. A roll with the lunches that you pack from home, CD.
It's important.
It is.
I haven't done it in a couple of days. I've been slacking. All right, you ready?
Whatever you got over there, though, looks awesome. Is it burrito?
Chipotle.
Yeah, okay.
All right. David Eckstein. His biggest moment in MLB came in 2006 when he won World Series MVP with the Cardinals. But can you tell us the team with which the beloved shortstop finished his career?
Finished his career. Oh, boy. He started with the Angels, went to the Cardinals. Who the hell did he finish with? Options, please.
Is it the Padres, the Blue Jays, or the Diamondbacks?
I don't think he was a Blue Jay. I'm gonna say the Padres. I can't envision him with the Diamondbacks. I'll say Padres. Final answer.
Stalt's question number 2 tonight at 9 o'clock. The Cardinals open that 4-game series against San Diego at Petco Park. Can you tell us the Padres' current leader in RBIs?
A lot of good options. One of the most obvious ones would be Machado or Tatis, which leads me to believe that you probably put an outlier on there. So I'll take the options.
Those options are Fernando Tatis Jr., Manny Machado, Xander Bogaerts.
I would have not thought it'd be Xander Bogaerts, so I'm going to go with Xander Bogaerts. Final answer.
Question number 3. On May 21st, 2010, this Cardinals pitcher hit a grand slam versus the Angels. The very next day, he landed on the IL with an upper back strain.
Can you repeat that?
On May 21st, 2010, this Cardinals pitcher hit a grand slam versus the Angels. The very next day, he landed on the IL with an upper back strain.
Options.
Is it Mitchell Boggs, Brad Penny, or Kyle Loesch?
Mitchell Boggs was a reliever, so I highly doubt that. 2010, you said? The strongest hitter of that group was Brad Penny, who was also probably more injured than Loesch. I'll go Brad Penny. Final answer.
And last but not least, let's hop into the Wayback Machine. Staltz. Babe Ruth's 15 World Series homers were a record until another Yankee broke that mark in 1964. Name that Bronx Bomber.
It's got to be Mickey Mantle. You said 60 what?
64.
Yeah, Mickey Mantle. Final answer.
You pick the order today, buddy.
I will.
You're in control.
Let's start there.
It's your game.
It is. It's my game. Babe Ruth's 15 World Series home runs were a record until another Yankee broke it in 1964. Name that Bronx Bomber. Without the options, Anthony said, gotta be Mickey Mantle. Without the options, AJ said, Roger Maris. Correct answer is
one of the great pure talents of all time, Mickey Mantle.
AJ, he's up 2-0 right now. Let's go to question number 1. David Eckstein's biggest MLB moment came in 2006 when he won World Series MVP with the Cardinals. But can you tell us with which team the shortstop finished his career? AJ said the Padres. Anthony said the Padres. Correct answer is
Arizona and Toronto. Eckstein played for those teams, but last was San Diego.
Did he play for both?
He did.
Or all three, I guess, in that case.
Cup of coffee.
No kidding.
Yeah.
You both got it right. But, AJ, you both needed the option.
Oh, you.
Let's go here. Where are we at? 3? Okay. On May 21st, 2010, this Cardinals pitcher hit a grand slam versus the Angels. The very next day, landed on the IL with an upper back strain. You both took the options. Anthony said Brad Penny. AJ said Kyle Loesch. Correct answer is
the communication with this man apparently
not great.
Brad Penny.
AJ, he is up 4-1 right now. And final question on Thursday, the Redbirds open a 4-game series with San Diego at Petco Park. Identify the Friars, the Padres leader in RBIs. Without the options, AJ said Manny Machado. Without the options, Anthony said Xander Bogaerts. Correct answer is
he tacked on 2 more last night. Bring it to 22 for Xander Bogaerts.
AJ.
You have chosen poorly.
You lose.
Not today. AJ, he got you 5-1 today.
Yeah, wow, that was a beatdown. Good job, Anthony.
Sorry, man. Thank you. Thanks for listening, AJ.
I felt confident going in when I heard baseball, but yeah, I wasn't as confident as I thought.
those were challenging for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, AJ.
Good job, AJ.
Have a great day.
All right. Thanks to you guys as well. Bye.
See ya.
See ya.
That
you proud of yourself?
Yeah.
You ruined AJ's day.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm proud of. The Padres thing was a guess. The Bogarts was just a philosophy thing for me. The Penny one, I'm happy about. They gave me 3 options. I had to eliminate them. Penny, I couldn't remember that exact situation, but Penny was the better hitter out of the 3. So, that's what I'm proud of, CD.
Good job.
What are you getting at?
I'm asking, were you proud of yourself? And you said, and you answered, yeah, I'm damn proud.
Yeah, but you said it like, are you proud of yourself, man?
You mean you ruined AJ's day?
No, I didn't.
AJ,
he's
that
a
was his
competitor.
second time. He said, well, CD beat me last time. I ain't going after that one again. Give me Anthony. And then you just get every answer right, man. Good job, Anthony.
Thank you, CD.
Sooner or later, we're going to get a listener breakthrough in the Gauntlet. It has been a stretch. Whoa.
Bradford,
hey, it's impressive. I give you guys all the dap in the world. I'm just saying.
We're fortunate. We've been fortunate.
Sure have.
Could go on a bad run at any point, CD. Yeah. At any point. All right, speaking of those Cardinals, speaking of those Friars, let's talk about Cardinals Padres entrance survey next on 101 ESPN.
We want to hear from you. Use the Scott Lee Mic Drop feature on the 101 mobile app. Give us your opinion on anything St. Louis sports with a mic drop.
Brought to you by the Scott Lee Heating Company.
The Fast Lane is brought to you by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. That's right. Turn $5 into $150 in bonus bets just for getting started. FanDuel makes it easier to get closer to the action, from player props on your favorite stars to all the tools you need to back them up. And we got the Cleveland Cavaliers taking on the Detroit Pistons. James Harden, we were talking about him earlier, had a few turnovers last game, probably going to score a lot of points tonight. Maybe you want to take him over in points, and you're looking at that Lakers and OKC Thunder. They are minus 15.5 on the spread. The Thunder have been playing outstanding. Maybe you want to take them. Bet on your favorite player, SGA. Whatever you want to do, you can. It's everything you need all in one app, so don't miss your shot. Head to FanDuel.com/local to get started. FanDuel, an official partner of the NBA. Play your game. Must be 21 plus and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable bonus bets that expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com.
is The Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
All right, boys, let's do a little Cardinals Padres entrance survey. We do this at the start of all Cardinals series. Which starting pitching matchups interest you the most this weekend or this week? You got Matthew Liberatore going tonight versus Michael King. You've got McGreevy versus Canning, May versus Vasquez, and then Kyle Leahy will face former Dodger and Red Sox Walker Buehler. So if you're looking at those 4 pitching matchups, which one intrigues you the most?
It'll be the first one. It'll be tonight. I mean, we continue to talk about Matthew Liberatore and kind of the expectations. You weighed in on that earlier. The expectations for Liberatore are higher than maybe a Palante or even a McGreevy. Mm-hmm. And so if he's your opening day starter, your ace, whatever you want to call him, your number one pitcher, you need to get the series started off in the right direction. And I firmly believe that pitching and there's like a level of competition amongst the starting pitchers. So if the first guy goes 6 1/3, the next guy, okay, I want to do better. And I think you can start the series off in the right direction with the first pitcher having a great night. So I would love to see that from Matthew Liberatore tonight.
Yeah, personally, yesterday I was a little disappointed when Libby Mizorowski did not materialize downtown. That was the initial matchup for the series finale. It's neither here nor there, though, because I really do like tonight's matchup as well. When you're talking about Liberatore trying to notch that second win, trying to really extend the great run of success this team has had on the road. We talked about it early in the 3 o'clock hour. 11-5, second best mark away from home so far this season, behind only Atlanta, and also for San Diego for that matter, and Michael King. You're looking at somebody, this organization certainly views him as an individual in whom it invested a lot 3 seasons ago, coming over from the Bronx, had his second season as a starter, mind you, really short-circuited by injuries, has been pretty good this season, really electric stuff. I'm expecting a low-scoring affair tonight.
I make it 3 for 3. I like the Matthew Liberatore Michael King matchup as well. Michael King has been pretty good for the Padres over the time. He, I believe, was one of the bigger trades with the Yankees. Was he not? Who went to the Yankees in that deal? Was that Soto?
I think it was Juan Soto.
Yeah, so I think Michael King was the key piece coming back in the Juan Soto deal. Yeah, that's the one that I am interested in the most. Oh, yeah, they got Randy Vasquez, too, in that deal. And Randy Vasquez you'll face in 3 days here. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, Matthew Liberatore coming off the outing that he just had against the Dodgers. I'm interested to see what he does against another lineup that is chock full of power and is very deep. So I got Liberatore King as well. Which starting pitcher do you have under the microscope heading into this series?
I think it's Leahy again. I mean, we continue to – he performed pretty well in that outing versus the Brewers for Game 1. And I think you want to continue. I think, for me, this is just me speaking, I know who Dustin May is. I have an idea, right? He didn't start off the season perfectly. I think that was just him rounding into form. And I expect him to be, at the end of it, at the end of the year, your best starting pitcher. Mm-hmm. Michael McGreevy, I think he's silenced a lot of questions about him. He's kind of earned the grace to have – a bad outing or two. Not that we wanted or expected or hoped for it, but you kind of have earned that right thus far. And Matthew Liberatore, we just spoke on. So for me, it's Leahy. I need to see if he can continue to round into shape and round into form and be a really good starting pitcher in this league, or is he a guy that you're constantly looking at every start and wondering, okay, maybe he could be better suited in the bullpen as opposed to being a starter. So it's going to be Kyle Leahy for me every time.
Kerry, I will second that one as well. And for Kyle Leahy, call it what you want as far as maybe being an outdated statistic. We don't use it as much. We don't put as much stock into it in the modern game. But Kyle Leahy currently leads your staff in wins with 4. And more important to me, frankly, the realization that he has gone 5+ in each of his past 2 turns. Now, would I like to see an improvement as far as ground ball versus fly ball ratio as opposed to what he did in his last turn versus Milwaukee? Yes, I would, because I think you're playing with fire in the event that you do that. But utilizing the ballpark tonight, utilizing that infield defense in particular, I want to see what Leahy has and if he can truly complete maybe even 6 innings tonight.
You know, I'll switch it up a little bit. I'll go with Dustin May. So he allowed 3 runs, and he struck out 3 batters over 6 innings in a loss to the Dodgers. He tossed a scoreless first inning in that game, then gave up a pair of runs and a walk and 2 hits in the second. 2 more hits brought in the 3rd run in that game. May would have given the Cardinals a scoreless 6 to finish with a quality start against his former team, but he only struck out 3. He's got a 5.15 ERA, and while he's had a couple of decent starts sprinkled in, to me he has been woefully unimpressive this year.
You don't like Dustin May.
I do like Dustin May.
I'm coming to grips with it. It's taking me a while to come to grips with it, but you're not a Dustin May fan.
I thought it was a good signing in the offseason. And I was looking forward to watching him pitch well so they can deal him, and now they can't because he's been great.
Wow. Look at you, man.
He's got 5.15 ERA.
It's early. They'll come back down to normal.
Okay.
I mean, come on, man. He just faced the Dodgers, right?
Well, he just faced the Dodgers, sure.
Yeah.
But that 5.15 ERA, that goes through his whole season.
Look over here.
Yeah.
I need you to focus on what needs to be focused on, Anthony.
Okay.
And that Dustin May is
Dustin May's got to pitch better so the Cardinals can deal him at the deadline.
His last start, hey, you had a case of the nerves. You were wearing the old jersey for some inexplicable reason.
Well, you got to take a picture in your ring, man.
That didn't sit well with the people, Kerry.
Man, you know what? The hell with that.
Cardinal Nation now.
That's ridiculous.
Now and forever.
I saw that. I saw that, and people were stop it, man. The man won a World Series. He finally got his ring. You know how long he had to wait. You let me tell you something. Let me give you a peek behind the curtain. I had to wait at a table while I watched other people get their rings before us because it was just we were further back. Me and Santonio were sitting at the same table together, and they're giving out the rings, but they're going from closest to the furthest back. I had to wait and watch and look at the other people's expressions on their face as they opened this box, and it was like a light. And you got so excited. You saw the excitement on it. I was just sitting there like, oh, I can't wait till I get my box. Yeah. I can't wait till Anthony, maybe, I don't know, 30 seconds? A minute and a half, maybe, from the time the first person got his box to the time me and Tone got our boxes.
Sure.
That man waited months. Leave him the hell alone, man. Months. Are you kidding me? When did they win the World Series? October? Probably got the rings, January, February? Months. He's seen all his former teammates opening the damn box. Oh, and they glowing up on Instagram, and he's like, man, I can't wait till I get my moment. You watch you leave Dustin May the hell alone, man. He got his damn ring. It was a moment of excitement. If you're pissed off about that, find something better to do with your life. That's all I got. That's crazy. These people are crazy, man. They drive me crazy. You drive somebody else crazy.
Wasn't he with the Red Sox at the time?
Oh, there was that. Small detail, Stoltz.
When did he get? He got a ring.
Small. I know. For his first half work.
The first half. Do you not get paid?
No,
if
you
you
do.
work 2 hours today, do you not want your check? John, Tommy? He don't want to be paid.
Don't you dare.
What you just said.
Some would say the Dodgers don't count the first half of the season.
That's what you just said.
I'm just saying. He was dealt to the Dodgers. Or the Red Sox.
From who?
Dodgers.
Who won the World Series?
Dodgers.
Okay. I rest my case.
You know, take it back to the clubhouse. Open your ring there. I actually don't care.
Passionate.
Oh, man. All right. What changes, if any, would you like to see made to the lineup? Well, we don't have the lineup right now. But if Nathan Church,
with the lineup.
Yeah, if Nathan Church is banged up, then
who's playing left field?
Let's go Victor Scott. Who's playing left field? I wish it was Joshua Baez.
Well, he's not on the roster. Is he on the 40-man roster?
I don't think so.
No, so don't worry about it. So give me somebody else, Anthony.
Yeah, you know what's unfortunate? I don't care.
What do you care about today? I'm asking for myself so I can lean in that direction. That's like the second or third time you said I don't care.
He loves poetry.
You know what? You're right. Let me think here.
I have
Who
a
do I want to
submission.
see in left field?
You know who had 3 quality ABs yesterday, Stalter?
Victor Scott.
Upon entering the game, he did. Late entry. All this guy does is hit a hard 260.
The Ferminator?
Jose Fermin.
Ferminator.
What's wrong with giving him a nod or two?
Let's go with the
Let's
go with the Ferminator.
He has been solid.
All he's been is solid. Nobody likes him.
No, everybody likes him. He has a nickname, Anthony.
The Ferminator?
You don't get nicknames if you're unliked.
I think we gave him that, though. I don't think Cardinals fans did. Cardinals.
They called him the Ferminator on TV yesterday.
Well, that's because they've been listening to our show.
As they should, as you should, and your friends should too.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody you know.
I would be so bold as to suggest maybe, I know this is never going to happen, but file it under the category of wishful thinking. Pedro Pajes is 1 for 14 this month. We know this coaching staff adheres to a very rigorous schedule as far as Ivan Herrera getting selective opportunities behind the plate.
What are you saying?
Well, Andre Palante isn't going in this series. Michael McGreevy, we know tomorrow is. Is it possible? Is it feasible in this universe that maybe Herrera could get a pair of games, I'm just saying, in a 4-game series?
Back to back? No.
No. You've got a 4-game set. It's rare, Kerry.
Is Palante
I don't care.
and McGreevy pitching?
Not Palante.
No.
Well, no.
McGreevy will.
I'm sorry. No.
It's outlawed. You can't have him catch May. You can't have him catch Leahy. It's outlawed.
You
Is that what
heard
you're
his
saying?
answer.
I said no.
Okay?
No.
It's no.
I just want my Fermin.
Nope.
That's all I want.
Nope.
I'm going to do some more digging because you just upset me with this Dustin May first half talk. Dustin May pitched in 19 games for the Dodgers
How'd he
last
do?
year. I don't know how he did, Anthony, but he's a third on. He started 18 games, which is tied for third on the Dodgers last year, and he didn't even finish the season there. You give that man his damn ring.
He started just not especially well. But you're right. You're right.
We didn't. This is semantics. We're not worried about that.
On July 30th, the Dodgers announced that May had lost his spot in the rotation, would be shifted to bulk relief moving forward.
And
he was 6-7 with a 4.85 ERA.
Hey, he started 18 games, Anthony.
Yeah.
He only pitched one more because he only appeared in 19 games total. So, they moved on.
Made 6. So did the Red Sox. He made 6 appearances, 5 starts for Boston, compiled a 1-4 record with a 5.40 ERA across 28 1/3 innings pitched. So, you're in that ring.
Ridiculous. Shameful this is, man. This is shameful.
Sports Six Pack Part 1 is next. 314-399-9646 to the Air Comfort Service text line. Get those questions in. We'll answer them here on 101 ESPN.
With the box. Who's in the box? What's in the box?
101 ESPN is powered by Kaufman Townsley, St. Louis's injury lawyers. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
Anthony, you remember when you were 25, how much energy you had, how easy your workouts were. You probably had the strongest, feeling good, feeling your best. And you and I both remember those days. I've always wanted to get back to that. And so I started going to Mentality because you told me. You said, Carey, if you want to feel how you felt when you were 25, go to Mentality. It's the easiest thing you can do. They'll take care of you, they'll talk to you, and they'll walk you through in layman's terms and get you on a program that will get you feeling like your younger self again.
Yeah, my conversation with you was very similar to one with somebody else who recommended Mentality. It's like, hey, okay, does it really work? Yes, it absolutely works. Well, what's entailed? You just go down on Mentality, 2 different locations, one in Chesterfield, one in South County, and they'll first start off with a bunch of questions that are really easy to answer, and just be honest with them. Are you lagging? Yes. Are you feeling like you got a bunch of mood swings? Yes. Do you feel like you're accomplished inside and outside the gym? No. Just start there, and then they'll start to talk to you in layman's terms about what the program is all about, and it's really upping your testosterone. As we get older, our testosterone dips, and it impacts things like energy and mood and all that. And boy, when you get on the program, it's not long where you start to feel great.
Yeah, and the thing I love is not one of those trendy, off the shelf, one of those new marketing type of deals. It's real medicine. They'll talk to you and explain it to you in, like you said, in layman's terms, run a real blood panel, give you the explanations, and get you on a program that will help you feel better. So if you want to feel better, you want to feel like you were 25 again, schedule your appointment today at Low T USA. That's Low T USA with Mentality. They can help you out. Schedule it today. That's Mentality.
The TMA Dotem Golf Tournament, presented by Cutwater Can Cocktails, Friday, May 15th at Oak Valley Golf Course and Resort, is sold out. But you could still win your way in to join the morning after for a full day out on the course, including complimentary breakfast from Donut Drive-In, lunch from Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, all your Cutwater Can Cocktails, and Anheuser-Busch Beer and Seltzers. The 100 West Dental closest to the pin competition, the Evergreen Wealth Strategies longest drive competition, and an after party with food from Texas Roadhouse. Winner must be 21 plus. Find that chance to win a free foursome for the sold-out Dotem Golf Tournament with TMA right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app. The Dotem is brought to you by Cutwater Can Cocktails. Real cocktails perfectly mixed for effortless entertaining. 101 ESPN Sports Center.
Cards try to conquer King. Good afternoon. I'm Bradford Bruns. Your Sports Center update is presented by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Tonight at 9 o'clock out west, the Cardinals traveling to San Diego. Your pitching matchup, Matthew Liberatore on the mound for St. Louis up against Michael King. Sub-3 ERA, one of the Padres' best on the mound as this four-game series opens at Petco Park. In about an hour right here on 101 ESPN, we have AHL Calder Cup playoff action. Atlantic Division semifinals will continue as Springfield looks to close it out in game number 4 over top-seeded Providence. Puck drop at 6:05 right here on 101 ESPN. Elsewhere in the NHL, Carolina already out to a 2-0 edge over Philadelphia. That Eastern Conference second-round series continuing as well. The Sports Center update has been brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN.
I have
question. It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for part one of the Sports Six Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Kerry Davis. I'm Anthony Stalters. And here's Bradford Bruns filling in for Andrew Marsh with question number one.
Question number one.
From the 573. Okay, you guys were talking a little about Pajes in the last segment. So when do the Cardinals bring up Jimmy Crooks?
They don't.
What?
Huh?
They don't.
What do you mean they don't?
It's not part of the plan, man. They have a plan, and they're going to stick to it. And Anthony, you may not like it. You and some Cardinal fans may not like it. You may complain, well, pitching, the catchers.
I don't sound like that, do I?
Sometimes when you, I mean, after a few, yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. So yeah, no, that's not part of the game plan.
So I'm looking at it right now. Jimmy Crooks, 986 OPS, 10 home runs in only 26 games.
Is that good?
Yep. Scored 20 runs, Anthony, 24 hits, double.
It's against lower level pitching, Anthony.
Well, AAA, it's lower level in Major League Baseball, that's for sure.
But Anthony, he only hit 133 in the bigs last season.
Oh, no. There's one cup of coffee,
It's the end, 45 at-bats. It's not apples to apples, but remember when Mason Wynn originally came up? Remember when Mason Wynn didn't fare so well at the plate for just a stretch of time?
Yeah.
This could be the breakthrough for Crooks.
I have a question.
Oh, yeah.
Are we, I mean, for me, now you know how I feel about that position. That position to me is
sacred.
Yeah, man, it means something, brother. And whether you hit or not, you know what you better do?
Catch.
It's in the name. Like, it's the job title.
Yeah.
How can you not do the job title? It's literally what your job title says, catcher. Meaning you should catch the ball. Keep it in front of you. I don't know. Can he do that at a high level? Because, I mean, our offense is pretty darn good right now.
I'm with you on that. That's a good point.
Can he block the plate? Can he throw runners out? If he can, sign me up, bring him up. If he can't, I don't give a damn.
Okay.
This is my opinion.
I think that's fair. I do think he's one of the top-tier defensive catchers in the system.
All right.
I mean, the way that people have described him, solid defensively.
They've got a few. It does become an issue at some point, maybe sooner rather than later, of a logjam at that position, though, and in a good way. You have two of your top 6 to 8 prospects, not including Jimmy Crooks, at the catching position. One would think maybe that actually accelerates a decision as far as bringing him back up here more quickly. Oh, I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah. I'm with you.
We'll see.
Question number two.
All right, guys, I like this one from the 636. Next week, we have obviously the second major of the PGA season, the PGA Championship. The 636 wants to talk about our 3 shows here during the programming day on 101 ESPN. Which of the 3 would prevail in a scramble?
That would be TMA.
Oh, I thought you were going to say like a battle royale, like a Royal Rumble.
That would be us.
The Fast Lane.
Golf-wise, TMA.
Well, Jackson plays, I think does Jackson play?
I know Tim McKernan plays pretty consistently.
Yeah. They play together, yeah.
Jackson plays. Yeah. Doug, I don't know if he plays or not. Probably. Him and Martin probably.
He certainly has played. He has played more than I have.
Last year. I didn't play one time last year, which was disgraceful.
Madeline is 9, and she'll be 10 June 21st. On June 21st, it will be about 10 years since I played golf. Wow. I've not played in 10 years.
You got to get out and play, man.
When? When am I going to get out and play?
Anthony, you got to put time for Anthony on that bucket. You got to pour Anthony time into that bucket. You know what I mean? Not Anthony and the kids, not Anthony and the wife. You take care of your kids. You love your wife. That's part of life. It's what you're supposed to do. But you got to carve out a little section just for Ant.
I do. And then you say things like hurtful things. Like, you have to take out some of your plays. That playbook's too big.
That's not, well, it is for you, actually.
So, which one is it, TD? You know, I enjoy time. I carve out some time for myself. And then you say, plays. That's too many plays.
Well, you are going to talk to 8-year-olds, Anthony. I don't think 46 plays
Did we win or not?
You did. And that's going to be the problem going forward. This is my problem going forward. I'm never going to get you to dial it back because it's working for you.
I'm going to have to lose a lot. Then I'll start listening. But for now, my methods have worked.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I get it. I'm not even
You understand
mad at
now?
you. Do your thing, bro.
Thank you, Kerry.
I will shut up. I will leave it be.
Thank you, sir.
Yep, you're welcome.
I appreciate you.
Not a problem.
All right, we'll carry over our Sports Six-Pack next on 101 ESPN.
Sunday, Golden Knights and Ducks. Pre-game at 8. Puck drop at 8:30. The NHL playoffs are on 101 ESPN. Nominate yourself to be the Morning After Listener of the Month, and you could be selected and score a Form Energy prize pack. Sign up now at 101ESPN.com or TMASTL.com. The TMA Listener of the Month Club is presented by Form Energy. We do the work. Two former pros and one average Joe. You're listening to The Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
I have a question.
It's time for The Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
All right, part two of the Sports Six-Pack is right now. It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Kerry Davis, Bradford Bruns. Bradford in for Inge Marsh, and he's got question 3, I believe.
Question number 3.
Guys, this one came out an hour or so, actually, this news before we started here on the Fast Lane. So per Yahoo Sports, another inevitable development here. The NCAA is expanding to 76 teams indeed for both the men's and women's college hoops tournaments. I think we saw this coming down the line a few weeks ago. A couple of things still have to be ratified, but how do you feel about expanding that field even more?
Anthony loves it.
I love it. More football, more playoff football. Let's do that football.
This is basketball.
Oh, damn.
But sports.
That's on me.
76 teams.
I'll send it a text to my wife. I apologize. Caught half of that.
You guys talked about it yesterday, though.
More
That's
basketball.
True. The 24.
We did talk about 24.
More basketball?
Yes.
I'm in.
Okay.
More playoff basketball?
You're in?
I'm in.
Okay. I mean, the NCAA tournament, I guess adding, how many teams is that? 8 more teams that they're adding? Went from 68, is it 76 now?
If you count the first 4, I'm still sore about that.
Why? You don't like the first 4?
I'm a purity guy. Integrity.
Well, you hate this then, don't
That's
you?
right. Yes, I do.
All right.
Yes, I do.
Hey, man. Get an opportunity. Those teams won't probably make it past the first play-in or the first round. I mean, I guess they got to get, if you win, you get in past the play-in situation. But
all we're really talking about is more playing games, correct?
Correct.
So that's it. So more playing games. So instead of 2 on, what is it, Tuesday night and 2 on Wednesday night, we're really talking about like
4. I think it's 4 and 4.
I think you tuned in that night, Bradford.
Great. You'll have so many more games in Dayton. Great. You'll have all of these smaller schools going up against one another.
What do you think?
No.
He loves it.
He loves it.
Power conference guy, elitist.
The only thing I don't like.
Try rooting for a MAC team, you selfish.
He loves it because that means more action on Tuesday and Wednesday during the basketball season. The only thing I don't like about it is they call those NCAA wins. Like they count them as tournament wins. And that ain't the tournament. It's the first 4 in, the last 4 out. Like I don't like that.
But it is the tournament now. We have to revise it. I don't like it either.
Nah. You're still going to have your first round. I mean, I guess it's essentially a bye now, but I don't know. I don't like you categorizing that as a win in the tournament. Oh, they got a win in the tournament. No, you didn't. You played another team that was terrible that had 12 wins and just like you did.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Because if Mizzou had played in Dayton.
If Mizzou had played better against Miami,
we know
they would have won. They had a chance. They didn't knock down the shots, man. They didn't do what they needed to do.
I mean, you did face a Miami team that could barely score, you know?
Man, that team, Miami, played in the national championship, man.
No, I'm talking about basketball.
Oh.
I'm talking about basketball. Yep.
Oh, you got confused.
Remember, I tried to talk about football, and you guys told me I couldn't. Now, that was on me because I wasn't paying attention. But still, nonetheless.
Yeah, Mizzou. I think Mizzou will be better this year. I think you should be. Everybody should be happy about more teams, more opportunities for your team to get in.
Question number 4.
Do you really not like it?
I really don't.
Okay.
Seriously.
Right. I didn't know if you're paddling out to the island.
No.
Bradford's he has his own.
He's a purist. I get it.
I'm old school.
He's a purist, but we'll get to it. You know.
We'll get to it.
Bradford, what year were you born?
1985, buddy.
Shameful, man. This is shameful, Anthony.
1985 is a
He's
solid
an
year.
80s baby.
Yeah.
And he is like a LeBron stan.
Well,
it does not sit. When you watch
we're going down this road
Michael
again, are we?
Jeffrey Jordan play basketball.
Yes, I did. My
You watched
formative
him
years were
with
spent
your
watching
own
those
eyes.
Bulls.
You watched WGN just like I did,
And
just like Anthony did.
I celebrated the heck out of him. That
Shameful,
doesn't mean I can't praise and herald the all-time great accomplishments of the two best to ever pick up a basketball. Can we agree on that?
Yeah.
No, we can't. Oh, you will? You'll grant me that? Oh, okay.
One's just better than the other.
you would put LeBron too over Kobe because you're a Kobe guy. I know you're a Kobe guy.
Here's what I will do for the LeBron fans because they're so adamant.
Mm-hmm.
I will. Unfortunately, I will give him number 2 ahead of Kobe.
You will?
I will.
Wow.
Sure. You can have it. Just can't be number 1. It is what it is.
I'll go Jordan 1. I'll go Duncan 2.
Tim?
Olajuwon 3.
Where is Tim Duncan on this, though?
In all time?
All time.
Man. Ooh.
Like, he's never mentioned.
I feel like he gets left out a lot because you have Michael, you have Kobe, you have LeBron. Some people put Magic in there. Then now some people have put Steph. You got Shaq.
Like
you got Will.
How many
Kareem.
names? How many names do you rattle off before you get to Tim Duncan?
Is he above or below? I've always felt as if he's in that Karl Malone range. Is he above or below the mailman?
I think he's better than the mailman.
And Karl Malone was number 2 in points all time until here recently.
But I do like what you're doing, Bradford. Like, what's the what do they call it? The point of the line of demarcation.
Boom.
What's the line of demarcation? Because I do think that was easier. That was easy for me to answer, and I think for CD too.
Yeah.
So who's the name that you go like you get that What's the name with Tim Duncan?
Tim Duncan he's got to be top 10, at worst top 12.
5-time NBA champion, 3-time NBA Finals MVP, 2-time NBA Most Valuable Player, 15-time NBA All-Star, 10-time All-NBA First Team. Guy was incredible.
Yeah, I know. Now,
but he doesn't play defense.
Do Shaq.
8-time All-Defensive First Team.
He didn't play defense.
He played really good. Now do Shaq.
I did that on purpose.
Timmy was smooth.
Shaq, let's see here.
I think Shaq only has 1 MVP. Well, he got 1 stolen by Steve Nash.
All right, here we go. Duncan has 1 more NBA championship. He's got the same amount of NBA Finals MVPs. He's got 1 more league MVP. Same amount of All-Star appearances. Same amount of, let's see here. Duncan, 8-time NBA All-Defensive First Team. Shaq was
probably 3 or 4.
4-time. Well, it says 3-time NBA All-Defensive Second Team.
Yeah, that's so he wasn't first team.
Yeah. Rookie of the Year.
Both of them.
Both of them Rookie of the Year. I think Duncan had a better career than Shaq.
That's what you're
on the floor. On the floor. Not everything else.
I think Shaq was the most dominant player I've ever seen in my entire life. And I don't like he was just unstoppable.
Who outside of the 1 year with David Robinson, Duncan was the guy.
Of course.
For all of the 4. Now I know he had Parker, I know he had Ginobili, but he was the offense ran through him.
Kawhi for the last one.
Shaq.
He had Kobe.
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with that. But
Tim Duncan over Shaq though. Shake my hand. You wouldn't put him over Shaq?
I can't.
His career? I can't.
What are we talking about?
Now I can't look at you.
Are we talking about
We're talking about the career.
So we're talking about the players, man versus man. Their abilities, 1 versus 1.
Yeah.
Production.
I would take Shaq.
No, you wouldn't.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
I definitely would. I would take Jordan over LeBron.
Oh, I thought we had settled that.
We did. did.
You know who else got robbed of some MVPs? Oh, yeah, the King.
You know who didn't?
For mine.
I do think we found the line of demarcation, though. It's Shaq. Points, he had...
Who had more points? Duncan
had more points. It was close. Shaq had more rebounds and
more
blocks.
Games, too.
Who played longer?
Duncan had a... Let's see here.
Duncan started in 99.
Yep. Or 98, was it? No, 97.
97?
He was 97 to 2016.
So 20 years.
And how many franchises? We don't want to remember the end. We don't want to remember Cleveland. We don't want to remember Boston.
I don't
ugly.
consider Boston.
You
for
have
Shaq.
to. But
how the hell would I consider that?
It happened.
Shaq was 92 to 2011.
Just like Washington happened for Michael.
Both of them.
It did.
Washington did happen for Michael.
It did.
Yeah.
Yep. You have to log all of the history. That's all I'm saying. Yeah.
Was he bad in Washington? No.
Tim Duncan over Shaq. If we've accomplished nothing, we've accomplished that. All right. Did we even make it through 4?
We did not.
Well, certainly we had questions within the questions. You know, why don't we do one more? Biggest question of the day next on 101 ESPN.
Text us anytime at 314-399-9646 on the Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Insulation text line on 101 ESPN. KXOS, WXOS HD1 East St. Louis, 101 ESPN is driven by Brown and Crouppen Law Firm. Buckle up. This is the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN.
Your time trick is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. That sounder means it's time to play the lineup game here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. We didn't think that we were going to be able to do the lineup.
Man, surprise, surprise.
But it is out, which means we will play it. Michael King, the right-hander for the San Diego Padres, will go for the Padres. Matthew Liberatore, the left-hander, will go for the Cardinals. So once we get the okay from Bradford that we can play the lineup game, we'll certainly do that. We'll save the biggest question of the day. Snake Pit alive and well, active. Abe, our guy AB said, "You tripping, Stoltz? I'm late." Talking about the Duncan Shaq
he's not
conversation.
Wrong.
And
AB,
I said,
tell him the truth.
And I said, tripping on all Tim Duncan's accomplishments. All right, CD, you ready?
Of course.
Go for it.
Show us JJ Weatherhope.
What's the best kind of firework to buy?
Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy?
Okay. Show us Ivan Herrera.
What's your favorite position?
Designated hitter.
That's cool with me. It's not my favorite, but I'll do it for you.
Show us Alec Burleson.
He's not some magic star.
What? You're insane. He's a huge star at this specific sliver of time.
Bradford, why don't you go ahead and show us that cleanup hitter, Jordan Walker.
That one touched the ground. That one touched the ground.
What's going on there? I'm just fixing something that's been bugging me.
Wait a minute. What have we here?
What's the reference to? That one touched the ground. That one touched the ground.
I have no clue.
I don't know.
I don't know. Only one I know is, I'm ready to go in, Coach. Put me in the game.
I'm ready to go in.
Bradford, show us Nolan Gorman.
We need 38 home runs, 120 RBIs.
I'm ready to go in, Coach. Just give me a chance. I know there's a lot riding on it, but it's all psychological.
Halftime. All right. Show us Mason Wynn.
Shortstop. That's right. Now and forever and ever, shortstop.
We aren't in the top 10.
Wait.
This is bullshit.
He's the best in the business.
Best arm in baseball.
They said it's from Big Daddy, Frankenstein.
No, but what's the reference? Like what?
Oh, I don't know.
Like that one touched the ground. What? How does that apply to Jordan Walker?
Did he trap a couple last season?
Maybe.
More than people would have liked.
I think it's. I think that's referring to his hitting. That one touched the ground, like he's hitting the ball without the launch angle. I got you guys. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah, that one touched the ground.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right. We cool.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the question. Here's the biggest question
of the day.
No, not the biggest question of the day. Biggest question of the lineup. Nathan Church exited yesterday's game. If he's fine, I think he's here. Mm-hmm. If he's not, then we got to start talking about the Furminator.
Did he get hit at? It was the calf.
His left leg.
It was the left calf.
It was a nasty contusion, yeah.
So, I'm not a doctor. Never played one on TV either. Did play prisoner in
an innocent prisoner.
Innocent prisoner in Painkiller. Mm-hmm. Check it out on Tubi. Please.
What did Cachet say when you guys watched it?
She actually was like, "It's not that bad." I was like, "Yeah, thanks. I've never seen it. It's only been out for 15 years. First time for me."
You're like, "I lived it."
I didn't need to go back and watch it. Yeah. Denzel never watches his own movies.
That's awesome. All right, so like you're saying.
So you get the fastball into the leg. It swells up or it's a little sore. And then you got to hop on a plane and fly all the way across the country, Anthony. Mm-hmm. Just saying. Not going to feel great. So I don't think he's in the lineup. That's just my personal take on it.
Okay. So who do you think is here then?
Furminator.
Go for it.
I don't like how you said that. Show us Jose Fermin. Damn it, man. Go ahead. Do it.
Church, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Show us, Nathan Church.
I believe in
I
the
know
Church
nothing.
of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones.
That's okay.
I know nothing.
That was an educated guess you played. I don't mind that one bit, CD. Don't you hang your head in shame.
Thank you.
You hear me? All right, so then this is Peter Pages there.
Yeah, for sure.
Petey Pages.
Mm-hmm.
Shh. No, you go ahead. Show us Pedro Paez.
Now, you see what I did there, kids? I didn't even try to go for that ball. Most coaches will tell you, drop down, try to block the ball, but that's dumb. This position is called catcher. It ain't called drop and block the ball like a
That's fair.
Show us Victor Scott II.
Feels good going fast.
I guess I was going about 65 tops.
All right, Bradford. Run it.
Almost perfect. All right, guys. Starting tonight against Michael King of the Padres, leading off and playing second, J.J. Weatherholt, followed by Ivan Herrera, the DH. First baseman and batting third is Alec Burleson. Your cleanup man and right fielder is Jordan Walker. Then in the 5 spot is Nolan Gorman at the hot corner. Mason Wynn, the shortstop, hitting 6th, followed by Nathan Nails Church in left field. Pedro Paez behind the plate, and Victor Scott II rounding it out and playing center field.
Back. Stay fair! Stay fair!
Go foul, go foul!
I don't believe what I just saw!
All right, your latest standings. Marsh has got 8 points. I've got 6. Jamie with 5. And Carey, Painkiller Davis with 3. Marsh, as I'm looking through my text here, for the home run, he wants J.J. Weatherholt. J.J. Weatherholt. I'm going to take... give me Nolan Gorman. Jamie wants... Let's see, Ivan Herrera.
Is that who he said?
Yep. He said, bet the board over in the NHL game. Herrera double down.
Over in which NHL game? Is it only one tonight?
Yeah, Hurricanes and Flyers. That's it.
Missed that. Give me... Who did you take?
Gorman.
Give me Jordan Walker.
Okay. J-Walk. And complimentary home run derby selection from Bradford Browns.
J-Walk is off of the board, but Alec Burleson is still available, right?
You got him.
Let's do Burley.
All right, there you have it. There's your lineup game and your home run derby. And we've got biggest question of the day next on 101 ESPN.
You can now listen to 101 ESPN on demand. Get caught up on all our shows and podcasts at 101ESPN.com or on the 101 mobile app. 101 ESPN podcasts are presented by the Schaefer Door Company.
Appliance Discounters has an exclusive deal just for you. 5% rebate off at theappliancediscounters.com.
yourself in. You're in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. It's time for the Fast Lane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
So our biggest question of the day comes from Bradford Bruns, who again is in for Andrew Marsh. And Bradford, this one was really interesting. It's unique, and for me, it's unfathomable. But go ahead and set it up, and then we'll actually dive into it.
Yeah, who possibly could have seen this one coming, guys? So in short, Live Golf is essentially crumbling, right? The rival that would be to the PGA Tour. A few days ago, the Saudi Arabia Public Investment Fund's commitment beyond this season basically was reneged. So that means the financial backing that was there in this huge enterprise, it's not going to be in place after 2026. So it leaves a lot of questions. These guys with the massive deals, the John Rahms, Bryson DeChambeau, for example, where are they going to go? How are they going to still net those contracts, those figures, or do you have more guys trying to jump ship and go back to the PGA Tour? Well, DeChambeau, he was questioned about this the other day, and he was asked, what is going to be the step for you if it all goes awry? And this is a two-time major champion, keep in mind, somebody who is one of the best in the sport. He said that he's going to be selective about playing in different tournaments. Obviously, he'll be invited to majors on the PGA Tour, but I thought his biggest takeaway here, the fact that he is looking more than anything else than to grow his YouTube channel, which is very prolific, mind you, grow it 3 times. That is a stated priority of his. And gentlemen, I think it reflects a lot about the way in which modern athletes see themselves, view themselves, putting in the work. But from a competitive standpoint, CD, this one really did stand out to me. I'm not coming down one way or the other. I just thought it was intriguing.
Well, I mean, I just Googled how much Bryson is making per year from his YouTube channel. It's about $700,000 to $800,000 a year. You know what I mean? You trying to double or triple that? I don't know how much you make for winning a tournament.
That's not Live or PGA money.
But I can tell you that it's probably less work. That's what you want to do. There's a lot of work involved in YouTubing and streaming and, you know,
probably less so
those
than
platforms.
Golfing every day.
I would assume so.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
From a professional standpoint.
I generally don't have an issue with, like, if you are burnt out, you're at the top of your game, maybe you don't feel like it's as challenging or it's as, you know, fun. Maybe you found something that excites you a little bit more. It's your life. You only get one of them. I don't think people should be, you know, upset that he's like, hey, yeah, I'm cool on golf. Were people mad at Andrew Luck when he walked away? Well, of course they were, but you know what? He had to take care of his body.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's happy.
CD, this is weird.
Why? It's the world we live in, Anthony. Get with the times, man.
It sounds like guy just wants to feed himself. Why are we giving him a hard time? Right. Those from eggplant in this thing.
That's all he's trying to do.
Just trying to put food on his table.
An honest living, and you two are pissed off at him because he's not doing what you want him to do.
I tried to stay down the middle here.
You know what it sounds like to me? This is what it sounds like. It sounds like a somebody that, you know, is kind of got a skill set, right? Working towards something, maybe a kid in college, right? Working towards something. And then he just says, you know what, Mom, Dad, I'm done. I'm done with this career in doctor. It's going to be a doctor. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take some time off so I can concentrate on my music.
There you go.
That's what it sounds like.
If he has a passion for
I'll work on my music.
Man, listen, if you have a passion for something, that's what you do. I was watching, I don't know which one of, I just went and watched the Michael movie, and I've been seeing so many videos of, you know, old videos of Michael Jackson, family interviews, and there's one young man who is his nephew. I forget which brother's son he is. But he's like, my Uncle Michael would have been an entertainer. If it wasn't on the greatest stage, he would have been entertaining wherever. It could have been for dollars, not millions of dollars. That was in his bones.
Yeah.
Maybe YouTubing is in DeChambeau's bones, man, and you're trying to take it from him.
Long form instruction.
Come on, man. It's in his bones,
He's
baby.
going to be instructing people on what? Golf.
It's in his bones.
Which you can do after, I don't know, your career in golf is over with?
He's getting an early start.
How many videos you think you're cooking up in golf?
Hundreds. You break that video down, hundreds.
I think it's a bad idea, man.
Man.
I think it's
some people want to play golf. Some people want to do YouTube. Are you mad at him because he want to be a YouTuber?
You know the YouTuber? You know what the YouTubers are doing?
YouTubing, making money?
Yeah, true. I don't fault them on that.
They're tearing down Drake's ice sculptures. That's what they're doing.
Yeah, that's true.
Toronto, that is.
Yeah. They are making videos about things they can't do. You know?
I don't think that's true. That was, whoa. Wow.
Some of them.
Some of them have a skill. I will, listen, man.
Not all of them.
I am not
some of them.
A person to hate on any form of entrepreneurship. If you have a passion about something and you're willing to put the work in and you're spending your time, your money, your energy on something, I wish you the best.
Absolutely.
And if Bryson DeChambeau wants to be a YouTuber, Anthony,
he's a pro golfer.
You're not missing the damn point.
You're not talking about your niece.
You're missing the point. The man
you're talking about a professional golfer.
He clearly has a passion for something else, okay?
I think the point is, when you review at the end of his golf career, if he's in the neighborhood, I'm not saying of the all-time greats, but let's say he's a rung or two below, a notch or two below Scheffler, McIlroy territory. If you're perfectly fine with basically having your reputation, having your body of work, the PGA Tour credentials, a live golf, all of your victories viewed in one category, and then you diversify your interests, that's fine. But then basically you can't have your cake and eat it too in terms of really being viewed in the same completely legitimate light of the all-time killers on the links if
maybe
he chooses to go down that road. That's fine.
Want to be in those,
that's fine. That's all.
Those conversations.
That's fine.
Maybe he wants to be in whatever the killers on the YouTube section is.
His
the
prerogative.
top YouTubers of all time. Maybe he wants his name amongst those people. Maybe that means more to him than being next to Tiger Woods. Or Scotty Scheffler, or any of those, Jack Nicklaus. Nobody, that's not his thing.
The Aiden Ross of golf. That's him, right? That's his name.
You got to do what you got to do, man. And Anthony wants you. He's a dream killer. That's what Anthony's doing right now.
This guy's a damn fool. Let's go to Bet the Board. Do you have the updated standings?
I do, Stoltz, and you have actually jumped into the lead for the month of May so far, courtesy of those Minnesota Twins taking care of business for you yesterday through the first 5 innings. You are up to 3. CD, Jamie, Marshy all sitting at 2 as we head into play tonight.
All right, give me the Oklahoma City Thunder over 113.5 points.
I thought we were friends.
Well, Lakers can still win, Bradford.
Okay.
Just give up a bunch. Just give up a bunch of points.
Win?
They can't score that many, Anthony.
It's gonna have to be a defensive struggle. Yeah.
They can't win, Anthony.
Sorry. Yeah.
No chance.
Okay. Who's up?
Jamie? You got Jamie's pick?
Oh, yeah.
Over whatever the NHL game was?
Yeah.
Who's playing?
Flyers and Hurricanes.
He has the over.
He's got the over. Yeah. It should be 5.5, but hold on, let me check here. You know Jamie. Cheating, you know what? Over 5.5. He's good. Yep.
And what is Marshy's?
Marsh wants, let's see, bet the board. Cardinals, Padres, over 7.5, alt line, minus 137.
I almost gave you the wrong Contreras. I was looking it up. That would have been funny. Give me Wilson Contreras over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBI. You know what? Nope. I don't want Wilson. Give me Abreu. Same deal.
Bobby Abreu?
No.
He hasn't played in a long time, CD.
Not him.
Okay. Bradford.
Will.
Weiler?
Weiler? Is that his name?
Willier Abreu.
Let's do one more button on that Thunder-Lakers matchup. And no, I'm not going to be so foolish as to take the Lakers on the money line. Why would I do that? This isn't Houston. But I will take Austin Reeves over 18.5 points. Had not shot that poorly in eons. He will bounce back from a scoring standpoint. A lot of these points could come during garbage time-ish, but he'll get past 20 for sure.
You hearing that, CD? You write that down.
I'll write it down. I don't think it's going to happen.
Just got to believe. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. And I know you do.
Not in the Lakers.
We have the Thunderbirds and Bruins game 4, pregame at 5:50. So we're going to come back, wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN is powered by Kaufman Townsley, St. Louis's injury lawyers. Call 314-777-7777.
That's 314-777-7777.
Spread Zone, where sports betting meets reckless optimism, questionable logic, and the occasional stroke of genius. With hosts Anthony Stalter, Tim McKernan, and Scott Rizzuto. Check out the latest from the Spread Zone at 101ESPN.com or the 101 mobile app. The Spread Zone is brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook. Make every moment more. 101 ESPN Sports Center.
Cards to take their cracks against King. Good afternoon. I'm Bradford Bruns. This Sports Center update brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. In about 3.5 hours on the West Coast, the Cardinals hitting the road and facing San Diego righty Michael King. Matthew Liberatore going for Ali Marmol's squad, which is looking to bounce back after yesterday's 6-2 defeat at Busch Stadium in that series finale versus Milwaukee. Earlier today, Chicago, National League Central leading Chicago, knocking off the Cincinnati Reds in about 10 minutes as well. We swing it to the rink, specifically game number 4 of the AHL Calder Cup playoffs between Springfield as well as top-seeded Providence. We have puck drop for you at 6:05 as Springfield looks to close out that Atlantic Division semifinal series. The Sports Center update has been brought to you by Universal Windows Direct. You'll be saying, I love my windows.
Don't slow down. You're in the fast lane on 101 ESPN.
If you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or via the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. All right, Bradford, you've got criticisms and compliments.
Criticisms and compliments. Presented by Bet365. With Bet365 early payout, you win even if they lose. Get paid out instantly when your team goes up big, even if they blow the lead later. Bet365. Winning is everything.
Well, guys, perhaps to nobody's surprise, some nice compliments coming in from Lisa as our show comes to a close tonight. Have a great night, guys, and go Cards.
Go Cards.
Go Cards,
Lisa,
indeed.
have a great night as well.
And quite a few people also liking the little salute. Can we call it that salute we had to Dustin May earlier in the show, Carey? That was fun.
Yeah, you got to give
fun.
Dustin May his just due. Mm-hmm. Earned his ring.
Yep.
Waited months to receive it, despite only playing in the first half of the season, like Mr. Stalter said.
And not well.
Played and helped that team win a World Series. You don't get out to a good start, Anthony, you got nothing.
Okay.
You see the Cardinals right now?
Yeah.
It's hard to climb out of a hole, man. They won't have to, just like the Dodgers didn't have to.
Yeah, good call.
Because of Dustin May.
No. All right. Continue, Bradford.
Actually, I'd like to give out a pair of compliments, if I could,
okay,
to two very special individuals in the snake pit. Wictolia, Ellipsis, I'm talking to you. Thank you for only shouting at me once today for not being Andrew Marsh.
Oh, nice.
I greatly appreciate it.
They only said it once?
You have a nice night.
Wow. So they were only disappointed with you once.
Right off of the top.
For not being a different human being.
That is correct.
That's very kind of them.
It's a point of contention.
And nice job of recognizing them.
Yes.
Bradford, well done. Well done. All right. Are we moving on?
Let's do it.
Got some stars for us?
Some wattage.
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
Star number 3, this happened pretty early in the show during the 2 o'clock hour, but number 3, you always have to account for filling those holes, whether they be roster related or anything else.
You got to fill the hole, man.
Use your imagination.
As a linebacker, you got to fill the hole, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see that hole?
Oh, yeah.
Go plug it.
Mm-hmm.
As a fullback, I got to clear the hole, make way.
Yep.
Teams, you got to fill holes on your roster.
No doubt.
Yeah. Head coaches too.
Everybody.
Yeah.
The gift that keeps on giving.
Yep.
Yeah.
Truly. Star number 2 will go out to none other than the subject of waiting on your box. Got to wait on your box. Right, Kerry? Yeah.
Oh, that box open up.
Oh, yeah.
You got to wait on your box.
Yeah.
It's going to make a sound like, it's like a little light that pops up. You're like,
know, when you're telling that story, I visualized it.
Yeah.
Like, I visualized what you went through.
I was waiting.
Yeah.
And now you can visualize how Dustin May had to wait.
Yep.
That's the purpose of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Get off his back, Anthony.
Good call.
Thank you.
Bradford, by the way, Gator chimes in, says Bradford's a great backup.
I love Gator.
Gator's very kind.
Looking forward to some SEC-centric talk with him in a few months.
There you go.
Nice. All right.
Do you have a top star today?
Top star is actually shared by 4 individuals. Maybe you guys want to even add somebody else to the party. Those guys are NBA icons. Karl Malone, Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, Michael Jeffrey Jordan, and LeBron James.
There you go.
The order does not matter.
I don't know. That's your top 5?
Or does it?
Is that your top 5?
The ones we're spotlighting today.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They received heavy exposure today.
They did.
I noticed that you they normally say save the best for last, and
normally they do.
Yeah, you didn't do that here.
Maybe you're reading into it too much.
Maybe you got to figure some things out. It's all right. It'll be over shortly.
Oh, wow. Jeez. Come on now, man.
He was arguably the best player on the floor in the first half the other night.
Yeah,
now, could he keep up the pace? Who can?
Man alive.
Who can against that team?
Jeez.
CD.
Anyways, all right. Well, that'll do it for us. Again, don't forget, we got Thunderbirds and Bruins Game 4 pregame coming at you in 10 minutes. Puck will drop around 6:05. Bradford, thank you so much for filling in today for Andrew Marsh.
My pleasure, buddy.
Maybe you'll be back tomorrow, just depending on how Marsh feels. Marsh was going to come in yesterday after we were signing off, and I looked at him and I said, hey, you don't feel well. Keep your ass at home. And he goes, well, I should. I said, keep your ass at home. Then I suspended him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we'll find out 2 o'clock whether or not he'll be back tomorrow.
Because it's about the team. It's about protecting the team.
Exactly.
As a whole, Jamie.
Jamie. Yeah, well done. Nice job there.
Thank you.
All right, for Bradford Bruns, for Andrew Marsh, for Jamie Rivers, for Kerry Davis, I'm Anthony Stalter. See you.
Open up your 101 mobile app for your shot to score tickets to Jamie Johnson, performing June 11th at Chesterfield Amphitheater. Get all the ticket details and enter to win those free tickets for Jamie Johnson right now at 101ESPN.com or on your 101 mobile app, powered by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers.